Put a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, we got 67 people in the room. It's been a while since I've done these. So for my community that's in here, I apologize. It's just been crazy busy. That's part of the reason I'm doing this call. But let me just let these people in the room real quick before I give Evan the mic. Let me just say a couple things real quick. Um, First of all, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, and you decided to show up tonight to learn the exact roadmap on how Evan was able to get 1.2 million. Let me say that again: 1.2 million in business funding, zero tax returns. Okay. Now, there's a lot of people you see on the internet. I got to keep letting these people on. You see a lot of people on the internet, and let me tell you guys something. I'm being 100% honest. A lot of it is just marketing. A lot of these people you see online, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay. I'm going to be 100% honest. They don't know what they're talking about. They're just really, really good at marketing. I'm not going to say any names, but they're just really good at marketing. Like, more credit to them. But Evan is someone who I vetted. Number one, I made him show me receipts. He got a ton of receipts. It was like, you want more? He's like, here. He want more? Here, here, here. It was like endless, right? So I wanted to bring on somebody who knows what they're talking about, who's not a guru, who's a guru, who do this shit for real. Okay. Um, Damn, it's more people coming in. Let me let these people in. Okay. A couple more things. So I'm gonna give Evan. I'm gonna make him co-host, and he's gonna start his presentation, and then we'll do some Q&A at the end. But if you're in my community, obviously I haven't been posting as much as I used to. I used to be doing a lot of live calls, free calls. Um, so what I decided to do, there was a moment in time where I was actually going to close the group down. Full transparency, I don't make money off my group, right? I pay $99 a month, I think, for the membership. I don't make money. I don't really promote stuff. I did some funding for some clients when I had the time. Most of the time, I don't even show up to the calls because I just don't have the time. So I was looking for someone who knows what they're doing, who has systems and processes in place, and can handle the fulfillment for my community. Instead of shutting it down, I decided I'm gonna joint venture with Evan and do a partnership where anybody who is in my community, leverage credit for cash flow, can get funded. That way I don't have to shut down the group. You guys join that group for that. So I'm super excited to partner up with Evan so he can do the fulfillment. He knows what he's doing. He has this whole chain. It's like you come in, you do all these things, you get onboarded, you get funded, and he's legit. Let me go ahead and find Evan. You ready, Evan?
Yo, yo, yo.
All
I'm
right, let
here,
me let me
bro. I'm
make you
here.
let me make you co-host real quick. Let me find
Okay.
you. But yeah, if you want to just do a quick introduction on who you are, just real quick. Let me see here. There you go.
Yeah, and before I even get there, man, I'd say, with just to echo off what you said, Toby, two things I'm extremely serious about, guys, is everyone who's in this group, right? If I am to work with you, whatever, or even if you join a free group, right? I'm a reflection on Toby, right? So yeah, he did vet me. He did ask a lot of questions. It took weeks and weeks and weeks of receipts and going through absolutely everything, but super excited to be here. And number two, I know all of you guys are extremely serious as well, because it's like I see all these different groups that people are in school. Toby has not advertised this at all. The only way, in my understanding, that you really ended up on this school group is if you were looking at his YouTube videos, looking at, something he posted, and all of those videos they're not the views, they're not a video that has 100,000 views of some fake play. It's actual real knowledge, real information. So anytime I see someone who's in Toby's group, I'm like, okay, this person's legit. This person's serious about getting funding, fixing their credit, funding their business, whatever it is. So, and I guess the third thing I'm serious about is I'm serious about your guys' time, right? You guys all have, you might have families. Maybe you're in grad school. Maybe you have, two jobs, right? I don't know how to sell the sizzle. I really don't. I'm a big fan of basketball. Larry Bird, one of my favorite players. No, he's not a relative of mine. He would always go to the court, point. I'm gonna hit this shot from right here in your face. That's what I do. I'm gonna come today with receipts. show you all the funding I got, give you the exact roadmaps. Feel free to screenshot it. I was with a guy last week in Vegas, and he had one of my screenshots as his background, because he was following the steps to go from credit repair to building out his file to getting funding to getting revenue base. So those are sort of the three things I'm very serious about. But yeah, I guess my background. My name's Evan Rugen. I'm the founder of Let'sGetFunded.com. I also brought along a couple people that work with me. They'll probably chime in just to see a few other faces of Let's Get Funded. I also see a bunch of people that are already in our inner circle, other people that have gotten funding from us, other people that I've worked with to launch a funding company. And again, this is an open forum, right? I see a lot of names right here. Blanche, we just removed a bunch of her inquiries. Bryson, we're working one-on-one for his funding company. It's an open forum. These people didn't like me. We weren't getting results, right? They could completely rip me right now, but that's not the case. And I think you guys will see that. But Toby, if you have anything else to say, I'm ready
No,
to go when you are.
the gopher. You got 79 people in the chat, so let's give them some heat.
Oh, that's light, bro. That's light.
Yeah.
Cool. So guys, real quick, just put a one in the chat if you guys can see my screen. I definitely have some trauma around sharing the wrong desktop screen and being like 10 minutes into a presentation, you just no one has any idea what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Cool. And Toby, if you want to make another one of my team members a panelist so they can admit all these people, you can do that. You could let Simone in as a panelist, or
Let me see.
or Christine could be a panelist,
Yeah.
just so they can let these people in because there's a lot of people coming in and out. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'm ready to jump into it, ready to tap in. So sharpen your pencils. There's going to be a lot of value in here. Really, every single whether you want to start a funding company, you want to fix your credit, maybe you don't even have a social security number and you want to learn how to fund yourself through an ITIN. There's even some information about that. There's a lot of different spots we're gonna cover, and even again, like I said, a lot of people coming in are very serious because you roll with Toby. I've learned from Toby as well in those YouTube videos. So there's going to be at minimum one or two things you're going to learn tonight that you're going to apply to your own file. Maybe it's a funding sequence, maybe it's a way to get inquiries removed faster, and that's my promise to you. So, like I said, sort of three things we're going to go over tonight, very, very, very quickly, is to, fix your credit, build out your file, and learn how to get the best available capital to your business. And again, guys, a lot of this stuff I'm going to cruise over because I sort of know who I'm speaking to. You guys aren't, grade A credit people. You guys have been in the game for a little bit. You guys are educated. So I'm gonna zoom over a lot of the intro topics. So again, this is me. If you want to tap in with me on Instagram, Bowery, Boi. Christine, we gotta update that. We gotta update that again. We gained a couple more followers. But so real quick thing for you guys. Every single person, including Toby, including myself, every single person is a 1 through 6, right? Including myself. I'll give you a hint. I'm a number 5, right? So I'm gonna run through these, right? And that way I sort of know who's on this call. And I just want to sort of break down, each spot you can be in your credit journey. So let's say you're a level 1, right? Level 1 is you need to fix negative items. You have incorrect information, inquiries, late payments, collections, repossessions. Maybe you have a bankruptcy. Maybe you're in check systems. Maybe you can't even open up a bank account, right? That's level 1. And again, guys, to be extremely clear, like before I started fixing credit for other people, before I built out files for the people, before I got people millions of dollars of funding, I did it for myself, right? I just told you guys my name is Evan Rugen, right? Well, there's me, not that long ago, getting evicted from my apartment. Like it's public record. You can look it up, right? Because I didn't have enough capital to pay for rent. Like literally the most, the one thing you have to pay for is your rent, right? So I've been there before, right? I've had collections on my credit report right there, right? There's your boy, Evan Rugen, right? To then a couple years later, getting a check for $300,000 because I learned how to leverage business credit. I learned how to leverage capital, right? And that's sort of the same sequence. A lot of people, and again, I see a lot of names in this chat where they started with us as a 1, now they're a 4. There's a guy that, again, let's go receipts. Let's jump right into it, right? Here's a guy that started as a level 2 with us years ago, okay? And we just closed with him. Check this out. We just got him a $500,000 SBA loan. And again, this isn't some receipt from 4 years ago. This happened 2 weeks ago. So very, very, very real stuff. So maybe you're level 2, guys, right? Level 1 is you need to fix negative items. Level 2, you need to build out your file, right? You need to increase your credit limits. You need to add authorized users. You need to add maybe your rent onto your credit. Maybe you need to form an LLC. Maybe you need to, maybe you have some credit. Maybe you have a 730 credit score, but you have no tier one credit. What does that mean? Very simply, guys, with funding, you can boil it down to just pretend the bank is a person, right? So let's say you have a bunch of cards in your file and it's, they're credit builders, right? And you go for funding with Chase or Amex and they don't see, and the bank doesn't see anyone they know on your credit report. They don't see a familiar name like a Chase, like an Amex, right? You're probably going to get a much lower limit. When you have big banks, big institutions like Amex, like TD Bank, like Citizens Bank on your credit report, it makes it a lot easier for them to give you funding. So maybe you're level two. Maybe you don't have a social and you want to learn how to get funding through your ITIN. That's level two. Level three, maybe you have a business you're looking to start, or you have a business that you've started and you need business funding to bring it to the next level. Maybe you want to spend on ads, maybe you want to spend on expansion, maybe you have an Airbnb and you want to buy furniture, right? That's level three, right? And again, like just to be real, yes, I've gotten $1.2 million of funding. We're going to get here in a second with all the receipts, right? But our typical customer, you can still get 200, 250 without producing a single document or tax return. And again, to be real, a lot of times I get people to 250. I know I could keep going with them, but they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is, let me come up with a game plan. I didn't think you were actually going to deliver like that. Maybe you're level four where you have a business that is making money. You're making 10, 15, $20,000 a month, right? Well, guess what? Level four, you're able to get bank statement loans or merchant cash advances. And I know, when I hear merchant cash advance, my hair stands up in the back of my neck. I'm like, oh my God, that's like 30, 40, 50% interest. Well, no, there's actually banks out there, like Stripe, like QuickBooks, like Citizens Bank, which will give you advances on your capital. For example, at reasonable interest rates. For example, QuickBooks has given me nearly $300,000, right? Just based on the money coming into my business. So we'll show you how to tap into that. Maybe you're level five, which again, guys, that's where I'm at, where you have one really solid good year of taxes filed correctly, and banks will give you 15 to 20% of whatever your gross revenue is. So let's say hypothetically you gross, not net, your gross, right? That's before expenses, was $1 million. Banks will give you 15 to 20% of that. Well, if you structure your file the right way, you go to five different banks, you can get $1 million in business funding, right? And that's where it gets really fun, where you can make crazy moves. Because again, the most wealthy people, the richest people in the world, they aren't coming up with new ideas every day. They're simply just leveraging their capital, right? And leveraging their capital, business, our decisions are made of one of two spots, greed or fear, right? So if you have access to that capital, you're able to go on offense. And then again, level six, that was like our guy Jose Brito out of San Antonio, Texas. He started as level two. He just got a $500,000 SBA loan. That's several good years of taxes. So I want you guys, what I want you guys to do in the chat, just so I know where everyone's at, put where you're at, one, two, three, four, five, or six. No judgment. Again, to be extremely clear, guys, that's where I started. Some guy the other day put a zero. I'm like, no, it's like writing your name in the SATs. You have to start at a one. Everyone's at least a level one. Everyone's at least a level one. And again, more receipts here. I see a lot of people teaching funding, teaching credit, and they have like a 650 credit. I'm like, that makes literally no sense. So receipts, receipts, receipts. Oh, look at Jolene Washington tapping in. Okay, where's everyone at? Okay, one, one, one. Okay, incredible. One. What's up, Russell Banky? Simone, one. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. One, 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 one. Oh no, that was people admitting that they're here. One, smart. 60.4. One, 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 two, three. One, three, three, three. Five. Oh, Mr. Crippens goes, I'm a five. What's good? Three, one. Someone's drawn on the screen somehow. I don't know how. Four. We got Curtis Blair in the house. What's up, Curtis Blair? We got a nine. You're off the charts. I don't even know what that is. We got a four. Okay, let's go. And Toby, I don't know how to get this red mark out of here. That was not me, but yeah. But okay,
Yeah,
cool.
not sure how that got there, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever drew that, if you could erase that, that'd be helpful. But okay, incredible, guys. So we're gonna go today. We're gonna go as succinctly and quickly as we can, going through the levels one, two, three, four, five, six. And again, guys, receipts, right? Let me just push it over to my Slack channel to show you how real this stuff really is. I'm gonna switch screens. And again, I bring it to the next level. Like I will show you my Slack channel. I'll show you my email to show you like how much about this we really are. So let's jump straight into the inquiries, right? Because I know we all have inquiries, right? Let me find that chat. We have a zillion. Oh, there we go. So every single day, guys, we're removing inquiries from people's file. Again, this is level one, right? So this is a guy, right? Rodrigo. This is about 20 minutes ago. He got a text message. Hey, good day, Rodrigo. Just a quick day update. We removed all your Experian hard inquiries right there, right? Here's another guy. An hour ago, we removed one inquiry, right? Let me get a big one. Okay. Three inquiries, right? One inquiry. So again, guys, getting funding, removing negative items off your credit, it's all simply just having access to the information, having access to the systems, right? Right? There's another guy who removed inquiries. I could keep going. Oh, look at this guy. Look at all these inquiries. Look at all these inquiries. Oh my God, this guy was Muhammad, was going crazy. We removed like 50 inquiries from Mr. Muhammad, right? But again, guys, you have to think back at it like a person is going to lend you money. Okay, let's say you have five inquiries on your credit, and if none of those inquiries are attached to debt. To a bank, what that looks like is that you applied for funding five times and you didn't get it. So if you're going to go for funding and they see five inquiries, right? They're like, all right, I'm not going to be the sixth person to give them money. They got denied from the first five. That it's not in their credit report, right? So that's the first thing we do is we're going to remove all hard credit inquiries on your credit profile, which again, for all my level threes, right, is going to turn into this, right? Today, 24,000, 20, 20, 20, 35, 23, 14, 14, 14, 14, 10, 56, 16, 24, 37, 25. I can keep going. I'll be going all day, right? Because the thing with business credit, right, is that there's no collateral. It's unsecured, meaning that okay, if you don't pay your mortgage, right, they take the house back. If you don't pay on your car, they repo the car. But with business credit, you are the collateral. So we have to make sure your credit is as strong as possible, right? So for a lot of you guys, I would take a screenshot of this, right? Put it as your background. I know you love your dog Scruffy, but I think putting something tangible as your background, might be, we might be more likely to do it, or at least 1% more likely to do it. Maybe you're a level one, you want to get to a two. Maybe you're a three and you want to start that business, you want to get to a four. Maybe you want to get to a six, right? So take a screenshot of that, right? And again, after you build out your file, after you strengthen your credit, which we will get there in a second, I'm going to show my own credit and show you things I've done, right? Then you'll be able to unlock this, right? You'll be able to unlock this. And again, this is outdated. I'm gonna go to the most updated. This is about $200,000 ago, right? This is every bank I've gone to, right? This is the limit I've gotten. This is the type I've gotten. This is the LLC I put it through, right? So again, feel free to take a screenshot of this. And if you're thinking, oh, the banks are tightening up, the banks are tightening up, sure, they are. It was very unreasonable for a very long time. But at the same time, guys, let's go straight into my bag of receipts. Check this out. This was on Friday. This is on Friday, guys. Okay. Again, my job is to show you how possible this stuff is, right? Boom, approved, right? Time stamped August 15th, 4 days ago. Hey, Evan, good day. We'd like to let you know we just got you approved for a $100,000 line of credit, 9.5% interest, $250 origination fee, and I did not produce a single document. I didn't produce a bank statement, I didn't produce a P&L, I did not produce a tax return. So these types of approvals are still happening. You just need to know how to ask for the money. And that's why I'm here. That's why we exist, right? That's why we exist. Okay, so you got the screenshot of that. You got the screenshot of here. That's good. Again, remember, I was evicted from my house. I've been in collections before, right? There's me with a collection. And remember, never pay a collection, right? But that was me paying my collection before I learned about credit. Now let's go to my own file. Let's go to my own file and sort of run through that. Because again, we're trying to bring you through the trajectory of, right? Like this was me, depressed. Because my own personal story is I had a collection of my credit, had a bunch of inquiries because I was buying a bunch of real estate at the time. I was this big guy on Instagram, but I couldn't refinance from any of this real estate because I had high utilization of my personal cards. I had a collection, I had like 20 inquiries, right? So I just thought I was a guy with bad credit, right? And then I paid some guy off Instagram way too much money, right? And he removed a couple inquiries, and I'm like, oh my God, this is possible. He started the process of me removing the collection. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane, right? So that's level one is removing those items, getting you from one to a two, right? Level two is building out your file, adding age, adding tier one credit, adding your rent onto your credit, adding an authorized user, right? That's tier two. And then tier three is this. You're the hot girl at the bar. You're a kid at the candy store. You can have anything you want from any of these banks, right? And again, 4 days ago, right? This isn't some faraway thing from 2022. This stuff is still happening, right? So You see the $1 million roadmap. Now, what does my file look like to get $1 million, right? Or technically, again, the number currently is let's pull it up. Let's pull it up. So you guys have the exact number. And again, all this stuff is in our inner circle. You guys will have access to this. But again, the exact number, my own personal Excel sheet, right? $1.26 million, about to slap that on there, right? That's going to bring me to 1.5. That isn't done yet, though. I was tempted to add that, but it's not officially done yet. So we're gonna go with 1.26. Um, Sets a high level there. And again, guys, any questions you guys have, feel free to put in the chat, and I will answer it after. So the file that's able to get we'll just call it $1 million in business funding. And again, this is stuff I'm actually doing myself. I was refinancing a bunch of real estate a couple months ago. I hit up my team. I'm like, yo, I need to remove some inquiries because, like I said, I was refinancing. All right there. There's the receipts. Hard inquiry removed, 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 right? So very, 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 very doable stuff, right? So here are some quick things that you can do to build out your file, right? Let's go to my Equifax first. So I'm 30 years old. I'm sort of becoming an old head. But right when I sort of started learning about credit, learning about business funding, I was 26, 27. I had a light file. I was a level two. I needed to build out my file. This is after I fixed my credit. I just had like not a whole lot onto it. So I hit up my dad. I'm like, hey dad, you're old. Can you be an authorized user? I don't need access to the card. I don't want access to the card. Don't send it to me. Just add me onto your credit. He added me on two different cards. Boom. 19 years of age, 17 years of age, right? So that's huge. And again, I would say don't add more than three authorized users. After three, you start to look like a fake person. And it comes to a very big thing that people overlook is you're not able to be verified. There's a reason that older people get so much more business funding, right? Is because you're easy to verify. That's why it's great if you have a mortgage on your credit report or a car, because it's a lot more difficult to identity theft your way into a mortgage unless you're like a master criminal. Oh, there's Zach Rapinski. Let's go. It's a lot more difficult to identity theft your way into a car than it is to identity theft your way into a credit card, right? So you want to be verifiable, right? What does that mean? That when they pull up your name, your address actually matches. When they pull up your other accounts, they actually match, right? They can verify that you're a real human being, not a fake account that was created 300,000 miles away, right? Another thing you do is add your rent onto your credit, right? So I have two different people reporting my rent, right? So anyone who's renting, right? Put a one in the chat if you're renting, right? Um, you can have this reported onto your rent, right? Now BoomPay, they connect it to your account through like one of those things that connects to the bank account. So they're a little bit more diligent rent reporters. You just add a number on there. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just saying this is my experience. You just put a phone number on there. They call it. They're like, hey, has so and so lived here for 7 years? They're like, yes. That is then added to your rent. And again, it is backdated. So maybe you're thinking, oh, I rent from my dad, I rent from my uncle, I live with my girlfriend, right? Put down their number through rent reporters, and you can add, 7, 8 years of rent onto your credit, right? And how does that help you guys? Again, one, you're verifiable. Two, 10% of your credit is diversity. So if you have your rent and your credit, one, it's a diverse account. Two, when you go to buy a home, they'll be like, okay, this person has serviced this debt for 7, 8 years with no problem, 100% paid off. They'll have no problem servicing a mortgage, right? So that's another thing you can add onto your credit, right? Is your rent reporters, right? Um, Another thing I would also definitely advise, let's say you're going for a personal loan, you're buying a new car, and car dealerships, they love to run your inquiries, right? Or you're going for a new car, right? You can actually remove the inquiries before the account shows up on your credit. So, for example, Lightstream, right? These are two loans I got. One was for $30,000, I think like 6% rate. Other one was $40,000 at 7% rate. You'll notice I don't have any inquiries, right? So it takes about 30 to 45 days for this to show up on your credit, right? So if you can remove that inquiry before that account reports, guess what? You then just won't have any inquiries on your file. And again, if you're like, oh, Evan, your credit's so good. Well, actually, my mom's an authorized user. She bought a grill about 2 weeks ago, and she dropped my credit 5 points. We are working on it. I had to explain to my mom how credit card utilization is bad. So again, to get $1 million of funding, you want a very verifiable credit score. Obviously, I'm not using my personal credit at all, right? 100% payment history. So let's say you do not have that. Let's say you don't have that. Let's take it a step back, right? Okay. And again, I'm sort of speed racing ahead because I know you guys are advanced. I know you guys know a lot of this stuff. Guys like Zach Rapinski, who has his own group. Guys like Brayson Drake, who has his own group. A lot of you guys are just, way overqualified, right? So the breakdown of your file, guys, is 35, 30, 15, 10, 10, right? So 35% on-time payments, right? Maybe you're watching this, well, yeah, you're like, oh, I had a tough time, I missed payment. Good news, guys. You guys live in America, right? You guys are consumers in America. This is your personal credit report. And if you're able to leverage these laws, you're able to remove these items. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're one of the, millions of people that recently got a 60 or 90 day late on your student loans, right? Well, technically, guys, um, those are federally backed grants, right? And if you are in an area that was affected by a natural disaster, and I'm not saying a huge disaster like LA, like Western North Carolina, I'm saying like a strong gust of wind, a level 1 hurricane hit your town, right? That's a national event, right? So you can use that, you can leverage that. You were technically affected by a hardship, right? Of a hurricane, of a 20-mile gust of wind. Maybe it blew over a plastic chair of yours, right? You can cite that with the CFPB, with the BBB, and get these federally backed student loans removed from your credit report, right? There's a million other things you can do to get these things removed off your credit. If it's not verifiable, I call it the Jennifer Lopez rule. I could be like, yo, I date Jennifer Lopez. My friend could be like, all right, verify it. If I can't verify it, then it needs to be deleted off your credit report, right? And a lot of these companies, right? Maybe it's not a Chase Bank, maybe it's some small car dealership and you missed a couple payments. They don't have on file that you missed a payment, right, 7 years ago. They shredded that paperwork, pre-COVID. So all you have to do is a verification trap letter and prove. And if they cannot prove it, right, they have to remove that off your file. Okay. Utilization, right? The pay down method. So let's say you're in a spot, which so many Americans are in, where they're trapped in that 25, 30% interest and they can't get out of it, right? Well, there's a couple different ways you can do this, right? Number one, you just pay down your credit cards, right? That's preferable. That'd be awesome. But if you can't do that, which I understand, I'm empathetic to that. Level two could be, the pay down method. Maybe you have one card that reports the 12th, another card that reports the 19th, another card reports the 25th. You can move that money around, and it only reports once a month, right? So if you use that money from card one, pay back card two, use that money from card two, pay down card three, right? You have a 2 to 3 week window where your credit score is high to get a personal loan, to get business funding at 0%, to pay down those cards. And the last method, which is very technical, right? It's very technical. Again, my job is to show you what's possible. Technically, if you call into your utility and you're like, yo, I'm mailing a check, they cannot turn off your utilities. It's the same thing with your credit cards. If you call your credit card, you're like, yo, I'm paying off my card tomorrow. They technically have to report it as you pay down your card. Now, uh, I'm a technician, I'm a sniper. I've used that method myself. A lot of people aren't that diligent and will forget to call or they'll hang up because they don't want to do the work, but I know it's possible. I've done it myself, right? 25% of your score, like I said, age and diversity. How can you fix this? Add
You
on
want this, Ivan?
add rent reporters, right? That's another great way to increase your credit score. Again, maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't know anyone who is an authorized user, right? We have plenty of verified people that are selling their trade lines. They're selling authorized users. And again, there are people that sell primaries. Those guys are like, maybe there's one of those people on the call right now, and I don't mean to insult you right now, but those guys who sell primaries, I feel like they're like doing deals in the back of a street alley. They're very touch and go because technically they're selling someone else's information. I usually, have a good one for like 3 months and then they disappear, right? And the last thing, like I said, guys, is inquiries, right? And again, inquiries are devastating, especially when you're going for business funding, right? Because again, just think about it like you're borrowing money from someone. If they look at your credit report and they see, oh my God, you have 10 inquiries and you're applying for funding and none of those reports are on your personal credit report, it looks like you've asked for funding 10 times and you've gotten a no 10 times in a row. Who's going to give you business funding, right? Who is going to give you business funding? So that is the high level on how to fix your credit. I'm going to take a brief intermission, to catch my breath. I do have a few different people on this call that I work with. I have the opportunity to work with. I've a member of our sales team. I have a member from our affiliate, our head of affiliates, Jeff Tanner. I have a head of our virtual assistant offer. I have a head of our community, Christine. I don't know how this mechanism will work to allow them to speak, but at this point, we usually give away some money. We usually give away some inner circle access, which we will do at the end of the call. But I'm going to shift that to the end of the call, right? And I just want to let a few people on my team sort of introduce themselves, get to know them. Jeff, if you want to say what's up, sort of tell them what you do at Let's Get Funded, and then just so they know, it's not just me. We've over 40 employees, and we want to know you guys are in good hands with us. So Jeff, go ahead.
Definitely. What's up, guys? Jeffrey, I've been chiming in on some comments and some questions that are going on in the chat. Again, I cover a lot of different roles on the team. So have a really good, understanding of processes here and how to, best direct people when they have questions. But ultimately, one of my largest roles is that affiliate manager, right? So connecting individuals with their networks over to us to provide some kind of service, depending on what best fits those networks and getting you paid out on those referrals. So my background, I was in the institutional banking industry, but I just saw how leverage is being used at a very, very large scale and thought to myself, how is this happening, right, with smaller scales? Like all money is money. You just need to find the utility to use it in. And business owners just understand, right, how to take a certain cost of capital to make money off of that money to again just keep that cycle continuing. So it happens at a much smaller scale with, national banks when it comes to consumer finance and more specifically, right, business financing options. So just being close to the money, being close to that money and knowing how to access these resources, connecting people to you, it's a very valuable resource. So not only have in business settings, but social settings as well. Like myself, I can sit down at any dinner table with business owners doing maybe they do have docs, maybe they're doing multi six-figure months, years, whatever it may be, but I can instantly have a conversation, a constructive conversation on asking them how they're currently financing their business as they continue to scale, as their capital demands. How are they going about, right? Their, I guess, just funding and financial side of their business, how they're continuing to grow, provide payroll, buy new systems, softwares as that company continues to scale. So just being able to provide a solution in that sense, right? Because Evan's gotten through step 1 to 3 in this trajectory, but there's steps 3 to 5 from getting funding at 0%, using that growth capital to scale up, produce some documents, have a tax return, have some bank statements, get into that corporate credit space, and so on, so on. Bank statement loans, where banks are giving you very cheap cost of capital because you have this working relationship with them over time to where they're extending cheap capital to you because you're lower risk to them. They know this is a business owner with a model that works for us. The more money we give him, the more money returns back to our bank. So just being able to elaborate and have those kinds of conversations with people just strictly that know their business, but ultimately, right, we can connect them to those types of relationships with those banks, start to build out that business credit profile for them. And you can connect us to those types of individuals, right? So, for example, like a Toby connecting us to this type of individual, like this type of community, and all the different ways that we can serve those networks. You just being that connective tissue between us and between your referrals will get you paid out 20% on every single dollar that we collect. I could take up some more time, but ultimately I'll drop an affiliate sign up link. I host a call on Wednesdays every single day at 12 o'clock.
Don't drop it yet, though, Jeff. Don't
Yeah,
drop
I
it
know.
yet.
If you're
We will.
right,
We will at the end.
you're more, yeah, we will at the end. But when you're more interested in that, just know we've got affiliates making anywhere from 500 bucks to 15 grand a month, just depending on how hard they're working, how their referral networks are working, and we get you paid out on that. I'll show you the back end systems, how to track where all your referrals are in the process, what you're getting paid out on every single person. Our systems are buttoned down, and it also goes to show a lot of these referrals, right? There's just proof of concept there, how much they've been funded, how quickly it took them to get funded, so on and so forth. But again, you'll also probably be hearing a lot from me post call. I connect with you guys one-on-one, making sure that you have the resources that best fit your needs at this time and get you moving forward in the next steps of the process. But love these calls. Salute to Evan. More exciting stuff to come on this one. We're just getting started, baby. This is the tip of the iceberg. So thank you all for showing up tonight and looking forward to tapping in with all of you.
Yeah. Yeah. No facts. And one other thing I want to add. Jeff is not AI. Very very
Commonly
commonly
confused.
in text. Jeff is not AI. He's not a bot. Franco's not AI. Christine is not AI. Simone's not AI. We're just dialed in.
On
So
it.
I'm gonna sort of jump into the second half in a second here, but I just want to show you sort of a couple things that we do. Again, it's really easy for me to come up here and be like, oh, we can do this, we can do that, blah blah blah. But I should again sort of want to show you what's under the grill. So again, like I'd say 60% of our job is getting you access to the capital, but the other 40% is actually making sure that you leverage this capital the right way, right? And overall, like like when you're laying down in bed at night and you can't go to bed because you're stressed about money or you're stressed because you don't know where your next check's going to come from or your automations are jacked, right? That's what we're trying to solve for. We're trying to solve for that issue right there, right? So just give you an example of what we do. We have calls every single day, right? So every Monday we have a call on how to leverage the best credit card points to fly for free for life. Like I haven't paid for a flight since 2021. Every Tuesday we have Franco jump on. Not that like every Franco jump on, who again is not AI. He's based in the Philippines. He doesn't like when I say this yet because his visa isn't completely done, but he will be in the States for the last quarter in the United States, just going nuts, just hanging out with us. Let's go, Franco. And he's going to talk in a second. But he has a call every Tuesday to help you source a virtual assistant. Let's say you just got $50,000 and you want to scale your transportation logistics company. You could have someone from the Philippines, handling those calls, handling logistics, right? Every Wednesday, there's a call with me where I bring on a special guest. Like, for example, tomorrow, we're bringing on a tax pro, right? You can make $5 million. Well, guess what? Three-letter industry comes knocking, IRS, and you didn't file correctly. All that money is, out the window. Every Thursday, we have a credit repair call. What letters are working right now? What isn't working right now? All that jazz. And then every Friday, Page to Profit, how I get 20 million views every single month without showing my face. So a lot of different sort of tools that we provide with Inner Circle. We're going to talk about this more in a little bit. The second half of this call is going to be sort of be talking about, how I was able to get the $1 million in business funding, strategies, what you can do, what you can avoid. But I do want to, just let maybe Franco and Christine just a couple sentences, a couple words about what you guys do at Let's Get Funded, just so they can get familiar to see, other faces of Let's Get Funded. But Franco, go ahead.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, so I'm Franco. I'm Evan's operations manager, and I do a lot of amazing things with him and Let's Get Funded team. So I'm also a co-founder of High Five Virtual Assistant Services. So what I do is I help businesses, business owners scale their business through virtual assistants. And just to share, when I started working with Evan, we were just 6 employees in the company, but now we're able to scale, and we are 40 plus employees in the business in less than a year. Can you imagine? And we're able to hit our targets and goals, and this is also because of the power of delegation and power of hiring good people in the company, good hiring virtual assistant, and these virtual assistants are not just coming from the Philippines. They come from everywhere. Colombia, even United Kingdom, and different places. So definitely, as a business owner, you would want core admin tasks to be delegated to a virtual assistant so that you can make use of your time and you can focus on, revenue impacting activities. And then you'll definitely be able to scale your business. So that's what I do. That's the value that I bring in the inner circle in our school community. I help, people, I teach them how to effectively manage their VAs, their employees, because I do operations management and I've been doing this for more than, 10 years now, doing leadership stuff. But yeah, that's the
100%,
value I bring
Franco.
in.
100%. And again, I just because again, like a lot of people I see there's one man bands, but again, Let's Get Funded. It's not just me. There's so many talented, smart, bright people sort of behind our company that sort of keep this moving forward and keep getting you guys business approvals. Simone, would love to hear from you from sales. Just a couple words, and I'll get back into the funding.
Hello, nice to meet everyone. My name is Simone. I'm part of the sales team. So when you guys book a call, you will probably be meeting with myself or another one of my members, but we want to make sure that you guys have a great understanding of the funding process, what's included, and just also that, you're educated also about the process. So can't wait to meet some of you all.
Let's go. Let's go. Everyone thinks sales, it's something like super aggressive. No, it's like we will tell you if we can or cannot help you. And but more often than not, we have a solution for you guys. So, guys, put a one in the chat if you guys want me to keep ripping, keep roaring, get through the back half of this incredible business funding opportunity and give away some money and inner circle access for life. By the way, I see a lot of big names in here. What's up, Mo the closer? What a beast, killing it. There's that smile. Let's go. Let's go. What's up, Christine? What's up, Django? Russell Banky, take it to the banky. Let's go. Credits fixer. What's happening? Dora, Jeremy, Nicole. Man, what a community. What a community. Hey, hey. Man, Mo is she is man, she is I don't know, but she is very, very humble. We were talking systems last week and she knows what she's doing. She's locked in. She's locked in. So cool guys. Let me just share my screen one more time. Boom. Got it. Real quick, someone just put a one in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys can see my screen. Again, have a lot of trauma about sharing the wrong screen. Don't want to do that. Okay, do we get a one? Okay, one. Thank you, Mr. Crippen. Thank you, Mr. Crippen. Cool. Okay, guys. So how did I get $1 million of business funding? Like I already said, 35, 30, 15, 10, 10, went over that. Let's make a more, again, very, very simple view. Actually, let me zoom in a little bit. Again, I could present, but I get like again, I don't know where the next screen is. I like to skate to where the puck is going, right? I don't it gives me anxiety when I can't see when the next slide is. But anyway, and plus I'm an entrepreneur. I always have 30 tabs open. So how to start with getting access to business funding, right? 700 plus credit. And again, these slides are a little bit older. I used to say it has a social security number. Even if you don't have a social security number, you're still able to get funding. That's through an ITIN number. I'm just going to update that. You have an LLC. Again, if you do not have an LLC, we can help you form one. And again, a fallacy that I see people doing all the time is, oh, get an age corp, right? Get a shelf corp. You need a virtual address, right? All of this is incorrect in my opinion. You need NAV credit, right? I will put my file against anybody, right? I've gotten, like I said, $1.2 million of funding for those of you that weren't there. Feel free to take a screenshot. I've gotten $1.2 million of funding without ever providing a tax return or a bank statement or having a shelf corp or having a virtual address, right? It's literally my own address. Okay. So have a registered business and you have more than 5K of collective limits on the personal side, right? That's another thing, to sort of go back to my own credit report. One mistake and one frustrating mistake I see some people make is they go for business funding, and honestly, maybe they've been very successful in their career, but they have over $90,000 of personal limits. Again, let's go back to the example of let's say you're going to borrow money from someone. If you go to borrow money from someone and they can see that you have $90,000 of limits, you might not get approved. Like Chase is known for doing that, not approving people because you have too much available credit. The bank's probably thinking, yo, why do you need money from me? You already have $90,000 of limits. So that's one thing, you don't, I like that, this is probably the most limits I will have. I wouldn't really go above $75,000 because then you start to get denials because believe it or not, you have too much available credit. That is a very, very, very real thing, right? So what is a more built out version of getting, let's start with $100,000 of funding, right? 740 in all credit, at least one tier one credit card. Again, like I said, Chase, Bank of America, Amex, Cap One. Maybe you start with, a smaller bank, right? A credit union, right? But that's to build up to a Chase Bank, a BOA, right? Amex, right? Citizens, right? Right? Chase, right? You need to build into and build up to these. A great card to start with is Discover. That was my first credit card. Another great card if you're breaking into that tier one is Amex Hilton on the personal side. They give very good limits. And again, Amex is the only one where you can shift the limit from the personal to the business side, right? And I promise we're going to get into the good stuff in a minute about all the advantages of business credit, but you have to know how to get approved for it first. So more than 5 total open accounts, no charge-off collections within the last 3 years, no more than one late payment in the last 2 years. Again, if you have a late payment from 6 years ago, it's all good. I had a 30-day late from 6 years ago. I still got $1.2 million. Average age more than 2 years, 30% utilization on each card, less than 30%, and no card more than 50%. Again, banks only want to give you money when you do not need it. If you go to borrow money from someone, you're like, hey man, can I borrow some money? And you have 99% utilization. They're like, no way. Yeah, I'm not going to give you a dollar. But if you walk up, hey, I don't really need the money. Maybe you can give me the money if you want, right? That's the way to get the money. Okay. Like I said, no more than two hard inquiries in the last 6 months. This is really important. No fraud alerts in your account. I see a lot of people get denied because they forgot to turn off their fraud alerts, or maybe their account is frozen, right? Again, because it's unsecured, your credit score needs to be perfect. If there's a fraud alert in your account, right? The bank might think, okay, maybe this is fraudulent, and then you'll get denied, right? Another thing, make sure your addresses match. If you have like 5 or 6 or 7 previous addresses, well, guess what? You kind of look like a flight risk. So remove all your previous addresses, only include, 1 or 2 addresses that actually match what's on your credit report, right? What's on your LexisNexis, right? So you don't want to have 90 previous addresses. Okay? Some other fallacies. Oh, buy an H corp. Oh, authorized users. Oh, business credit. It's unfortunate. I have a lot of people, and that's sort of why I do this, guys. That's why I give this information away. And again, like just to go to the free group, right? In the same way, I think that's why Toby and I got along so well, is we give this information away, right? This information is all here. If you want to dispute your credit for free, it's here. If you want to remove your inquiries for free, it's here. If you want to remove your fraud alerts, it's here, right? If you want to get out of check systems, it's here. If you want to, review your credit karma, right? If you want to review a credit repair class, if you want to use all my dispute letters, right? If you want to know exactly how a file looks like, people charge. I've seen so many people charge thousands of dollars for this information. I've seen people copy my information, create their own course, and charge thousands of dollars for it. Again, whatever. It is what it is. But the sad, sad, sad cycle I see so many people go into is maybe they save enough money, 6 months of savings or time or whatever it is, and they finally make an investment into some person, like Toby said, some guru, and they're really good at marketing, but there's no fulfillment. There's no fulfillment. And they spend that whatever that dollar amount is, and they don't get fulfilled, and they go back to their regular life and they do that cycle every 6 months, right? So that's what I'm trying to avoid here. Fortunately, I did very, very well in a previous career to that I don't have to charge for this stuff. People come to me all the time. They buy an Age Corp, they have like 5 authorized users, and they built out their business credit profile. And I'm like, dude, I can't get you a dollar, right? And they probably spent like $5,000 on this. So Age Corp, in my opinion, it's way better to just form an LLC that is verifiable. Again, what does verified mean? They can actually match the address that's on your credit report, right? They can actually prove that, okay, Evan is attached to this LLC, right? Authorized users, right? No more than 3. Again, if you have more than 3, you start to look like a fake person and you can't be verified, right? And so many people come to me, they're like, yo, I got an 80 score on NAV. I have a 90 out of 100 on experience small business, and I have a 550 credit. I'm like, bro, or ma'am, I can't help you, right? No one can help you. You need to, again, let's go back to the basics here, right? And that's what it's all about. Fixing your negative items, building out your file, getting access to business funding, getting bank statement funding, getting corporate credit, getting SBA lending, right? You can't skip steps here, guys. You can't skip steps, right? But back to sort of where we were, right? Those are some, classic misconceptions I've seen people take. So, and again, I know this is a rather experienced crowd. I feel bad telling even some of you guys, but maybe you guys can use this in your own teachings. Why does 0% interest funding work? And why does it exist? I'll give you my example. I used to be a TD Bank guy, right? I'm from New York City. I've lived there for 10 years, and there's a TD Bank on every corner. And a lot of you guys know their business credits stink, so I don't really know them anymore. I don't really use them. But, right? But I got an offer from Chase, 4 or 5 years ago, right, in the mail, and it's like, take action on our Chase Ink card, right? And they gave me $15,000, right, at 0%. Before you know it, I'm at the bank more. I'm talking to the tellers. I'm depositing money there. That's what they're hoping to happen. They're hoping to win your business with this promo offer, right? They're hoping to get you through the door. But what they don't know is you can get 50 from Chase, you can get 50 from Elon, you can get 50 from PNC, and before you know it, you have $150,000 at 0% interest to do whatever you want with it. And again, my hope is that you're not buying Gucci belts or Lamborghinis or buying, flexing on with an Airbnb, right? My hope is you actually, are working with a guy like Franco or like Jeff or like Simone to find an asset, right? And make it and have it be cash flowing, right? Because again, these aren't grants. You have to pay back these cards, right? And I'll tell you like how cool it can really be, going back to sort of the receipt table here, right? Is this original card I got from Chase. This was years ago. And again, this is really how I, to be real, am a millionaire, right? How I'm able to leverage capital is I got that card years ago and I used it properly, paid it down to zero, but then the 0% interest period expired. And I got a new card, right? And they're like, hey, Evan, you did pretty good with that card. How about a $30,000 limit? I'm like, all right, cool, sounds good. And again, guys, business credit, it's all on the business side. So like, I'm not scared to tell you, I have a maxed out card pretty much on my business side. But again, it does not affect me, right? If, as you know, if you max out a personal card, your score is going to plummet. You're like, all right, how do you have a maxed out business credit card and it's not showing? Business credit doesn't report to the personal side. So I got a $15,000 card. Then I got a $30,000 card. Then I got a $50,000 card. And what am I doing? Maxing these things out, using it for a year, right? Putting it in a profitable investment, making a bunch of money, paying it down to zero. This most recent round, they gave me $80,000. And guess what? I have another 5 months at 0%. What am I going to do, guys? In right around Christmas this year, I'm going to pay it down to zero. Chase is going to be like, huh, you did a pretty good job. How about another business credit card? How about a $20,000 limit? I'm like, huh, that sounds pretty good to me. What I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer this balance to the next card because this promo period will have expired, right? And then I'll have $100,000 for another year at 0% interest, right? So that's what it's all about, guys, is getting limits with these cards, putting it into a profitable investment, using it, maxing it out for every dollar it has during the promo period, paying it back down to zero. And then the bank will be like, hey, you just built a relationship with us. How about a line of credit? How about a larger business credit card, right? How about a term loan, right? So again, by using these cards at 0% interest, these banks have never made a dollar on me, right? They have never paid a dollar of credit card interest, right? Because you're using it, you're paying it off to zero, and then they extend the limit. They extend the limit. So that's the beauty of all this stuff, right? And that's how I have personally leveraged them, right? So I've personally leveraged them. If you want a real life example, I'm gonna throw in the chat. The first investment I ever bought, 15 Spring Hudson, New York. Bought that sucker with business credit for $58,000. Sold it 3 years later for 465,000. I thought it was really smart until a year later it sold for 575. And again, I'm not just well, I don't talk like this every day. I have to sort of show you guys, how real this stuff really is and how you can leverage business credit, right? So you're hearing all that, you're like, okay, great. Like I'll just go into the bank right now and apply. You can absolutely do that. You're in America, you have free will, you can do whatever you want. I'll tell you sort of what the difference is. What the big things that a guy like Toby is, a guy honestly like Mo the closer has, or Bryson, or a guy like me, right? Is that there's really three things. Number one, you have the correct data points. You know exactly what the bank wants to hear. For example, Chase just made the change where they only now like businesses doing over $1 million in revenue. PNC, they're now lending to banks where it's less revenue gross, right? You also know, okay, Wells Fargo likes real estate, but Flagstar likes technical consulting, right? You guys wouldn't know that, but I know that because we process thousands of applications every single day. Not every single day, every single month. Sorry. So we know the data points. We know what the banks want to hear. Number two, we know what the profile needs to look like. For example, KeyBank, you need to have more than 5 transactions and more than $1,500 in a personal bank account. Otherwise, you're automatically declined. Wells Fargo, you need to be there for more than 2 months. Otherwise, you're automatically declined, right? Chase Bank, classic. If you have a personal loan within the last 6 months, automatically declined, right? So that's level two. Level three, we have the relationship managers, right? We, probably burn through 50 relationship managers to find that one super aggressive relationship manager who's probably towing the line of what they should and shouldn't do, right? And we've told them, hey, if you stop sending us approvals, we're going to stop sending you files. They are motivated to get approvals. They want to win that trip to Hawaii at the end of the year and get a good pat on the back from Chase Bank, right? And they know if they stop getting us approvals, we're going to stop sending them files. And at the end of the day, guys, we're not the bank or the underwriter. Our job is just to tilt it in your favor as much as humanly possible, right? Because again, like you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, right? If you go in there and you're like, I'm gonna apply myself, that's totally fine. But a little story we had, just to skip ahead here for a second, a little story we had the gentleman I was working with about a month ago. I know I could have got him 100,000 from TD Bank. And I spoke to him just like this. And he's like, all right, man, sounds good. I'm ready to get started. Ghosted me, never heard from him again. It's all good. Comes back like a month later and he's like, hey, man, I'm ready to get started. I'm like, great, let's go, you know? And we onboarded him and I'm looking at his file and he has an inquiry from TD Bank. And I'm like, hey, man, you can be real with me. It's all good. Did you apply for TD Bank? He's like, yeah, I got a $2,000 limit. And I'm like, dude, like, I can't help you. Like I can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. Again, to go back to if you're going to loan someone money, it would be as if I go to someone, I give them some story, and then a month later I have a completely different story with completely different data points. They're going to be like, "What are you talking about? I'm not going to give you a dollar." So at the end of the day, if you want to go directly, you absolutely can. It's just you when you go into a bank, you speak on a recorded line. There's about 100 different things that you can do or say that can either lead to a denial or a very low approval. So, why use business credit at all? Now, a lot of these things have sort of cruised over. And again, we're almost done, guys. I appreciate all you guys. We've been sticking with about 100 strong here. Going to give away some money. Going to give away an inner circle membership. Going to have some fun. But let me just educate a little bit more. This is the home stretch. If any of you guys are in track, this is like the last 100 meters of the 4x1. So, like I said, doesn't affect or report to your personal score. Everything is on the business side, okay? So you keep your personal, your business, your business. Every single week, I feel I learned a new cool thing about business credit. You know what I learned this week is that if you're using a personal credit card, right, you can't even write off that interest. You can't even write off interest on your taxes. You can only write off interest on the business side, right? By the way, Inner Circle members, for all you guys on there, we have a call with the accountant tomorrow. He's going to go over all those loopholes. Number two, doesn't report utilization. So anything you do on the business side stays on the business side. Of course, if you start missing payments, that will then show up on the personal side. Number three, you can remove all hard inquiries before and after the funding process. Again, to sort of shift the screen a little bit, give you guys some more results, right? Let me go back to the inquiry removal chat. Where's the inquiry removal chat? I can never find it with so many damn chats open. Okay, cool. Again, oh my God, look at all these inquiries we removed for this guy. That is horrifying, right? So, all hard inquiries can be removed before and after the process. Put a 3 in the chat if you have more than 3 hard inquiries on your credit report, right? And again, just oh my God, what is with people and inquiries right now? Look at this guy. Oh, Banky, let's go. Look at all those inquiries you had, brother. Boom, look at all those deletions. That's why Russell Banky likes me so much. We're cleaning up his file. There's another guy, 5 inquiries. So again, that's how they keep you broke. That's how they lock in higher, interest for you guys. For all my real estate guys, for every 10 points your credit score is lower, on average, you pay an extra $30,000 over the course of your loan, right? So it's completely in your best interest to remove all of these inquiries, right? Number four, higher limits on the business side and the personal side, right? Pretty self-explanatory. They give you more on the business side and the personal side. Five, I never really worried about the points and cash back. We've got on our team Kyle, who teaches in the inner circle every Monday how to fly for free. But until about a month ago, I was in Bali and I was scheduled to fly back, but there was active volcanoes and our flight got canceled. And I'm like, damn, even for me, like $8,000 in flights, that's not nothing, right? Um, and then I'm like, all right, wait, I have Amex, right? I booked that sucker next day, first class, back to the United States, for free. So I'm like, okay, maybe reward points and cashback is cool after all, right? Number six, 0% up to 18 months. Any of the funding we're getting, guys, and I've kind of glossed over this, is all 0%. It's all 0%. We're not lining up any of this 25, 30%, or that merchant cash advance, right? A lot of our job, guys, is shifting the debt you guys do have at that 25, 30% and shifting it over to the personal side at 0%, right? Just shifting that debt from the personal to the business, increasing your credit score, lowering your utilization, and saving you thousands of dollars. That's like a big part of what we do. We had an approval for a guy last week, and he's like, yeah, I think there's an error. It says I don't have to pay interest until 2027. I'm like, yeah, dude, we're more than 6 months through 2025. That's 0% for 18 months. And if you can't turn a profit with $25,000 at 0% for 18 months, I literally can't help you. Like, log off the call right now. That's insane. I can't believe banks do that, but whatever. Number seven, you don't need to build business credit or have revenue to apply. It's all about your personal credit. Sure, when you're going for, a $500,000 line of credit, it might matter a little bit. But when you're first going for those 25, 30, $50,000 approvals, doesn't matter. Number eight, your monthly payment. Very important, guys. It's 1% roughly of whatever you use. So let's say you max out a $50,000 card. Every month, your payment is $500 a month towards the principal, right? $500 a month towards the principal on a $50,000 card. On a $10,000 card, it's $100. And like I said, number nine, you have the ability to balance transfer to another 0% interest card. So let's say you're at the end of your rope, you're like, damn, I don't want to pay 25, 30% interest, right? You can balance transfer that to another card and keep it at 0%. So that's a high level there. That's why I love business credit and sort of leveraging it, right? Common mistakes, guys, and I promise we're almost there. We're gonna open up for Q&A. Common mistakes, okay? Non-relationship with a bank, right? Again, like as if it was someone you know. What if just someone walked up to you and you've never seen them in your life? Hey, can I have $1,000? They're like, no, I don't know who you are. That's why, not a lot of people are just giving thousands of dollars to homeless people, right? You don't know them, right? You need to build a relationship with the bank. You need to build a relationship with the person. If my best friend asks for $1,000, sure, here you go. Here's $1,000, right? Because I know that person. It's the same thing with a bank. If you go for funding and you've no relationship with that bank, you probably, you can get approvals, but they'll probably be less, right? Relationships with other banks, right? Again, let's say you borrow money, try to go borrow money from someone, but you fucked over one of their friends. They're probably not going to give you money. In the same way, Elon is connected to U.S. Bank or Chase Bank is connected to PNC, right? If you didn't pay back one of their friends, they're probably not going to give you money, right? Banking history. Are you in check systems? Are you in EWS? Have you overdrafted before? Have you defaulted? Again, guys, even if you fix your credit, the bank doesn't forget. Internally, they know you didn't pay them back, right? And a lot of times you guys don't like to tell us that, but it's all good. Name of your LLC. I had a guy the other day, it was like Big Johnny's Joints. I'm like, dude, who would want to fund that? Who would want to give you money? Or maybe more, honestly, like Rogers Construction or Johnny's Dispensary, right? You want vague, ambiguous things because again, maybe you change the name of your company. The name of my LLC is Rugen and Sons LLC, Lampard Ventures, LVL Group, right? Ambiguous. No construction, no real estate, no. If you have to, maybe property management, but please, guys, keep it vague, right? A lot of people, a lot of people come to me, they're like, "Yo, I just got business credit, and it's TD Bank." I'm like, "Hey, man, yeah, TD Bank reports to the personal side, so anything we do is going to be on the business side, right? So make sure the card you're applying for is on the business side, right? Can you be verified, right? Again, why I always say like old people do very well with getting business funding is because they can be verified. They can be like, "Oh yeah, this guy's been on this earth for a very long time. He had a mortgage back in '86. He had a car loan in 2003, right? You want to add things to your credit and make sure that someone who looks you up online, they can verify, okay, you're a real human being. Do you think they're not looking up your Instagram? There's a reason I don't call relationship managers when we're getting new RMs because I will call them and they'll look me up in 2 seconds. They're like, oh, you run like one of the largest funding companies in the United States? Yeah, I think I'm good on that. So, make sure your Instagram is at least, in check, maybe even private, right? Other large factors, do you have the correct banker, right? Do you have the correct data points? All this stuff really matters. 6 steps to sort of get you ready for funding. Number one, optimize your personal credit. Number two, create or change a low risk to a low risk LLC. Number three, make sure your business information is correct and congruent on all platforms. Number four, build a strategic plan before applying for funding. Number five, build a relationship with the right banks. Number six, apply, right? And again, guys, the goal isn't to be non-doc forever. The goal is, right? The goal is to use your non-doc, start a business, right? Whatever that is, Amazon FBA, real estate wholesaling, Airbnb. We had a guy last week. He's starting a transportation company. He transports blood, right? He's like, hey, you can just call me Dracula. I'm like, that was kind of weird, dude. But anyway, he transports blood, right? The goal is Simone liked that one. That was one of her clients. The goal is to then get bank statement funding and then get corporate credit, right? So the goal is this is the starting point, is the non-doc. Leverage that non-doc to build a business, then get bank statement funding. And again, guys, receipts, right? Receipts. We're really out here. Oh, what's up, Evan? Let's go to the QuickBooks quick to show you how real this lending really is. Okay. Um, boom, boom, boom. Just stick with me for a second. Stick with me. Again, people don't even know that you can get funding through your merchant, right? QuickBooks has given me over $300,000 in my time with them, right? So look, $70,000, $70,000, $50,000. I had a $150,000 loan that was paid off. So again, that's just from leveraging business credit, right? Turning it into a profitable investment. And now, going to the next steps, are going to corporate credit. So that is the high level, guys. I'm going to ask one thing of you guys really quick, right? We're actually going to give away some access to Inner Circle. So one thing I want you guys do for me quick, tap in with me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, put a 4 in the chat. After you've done that, we are going to spin the wheel of fun and give away an Inner Circle membership, right? Which, again, I was talking to Toby earlier. Inner Circle right now is $99 a month, and we are changing it to about $250 a month. And he was like, "Please, bro, you're about to have this call with all my guys. Can you just keep it at $97 for like another week?" I'm like, "Toby, fine, bro, fine." So you lock in at $97. It's $97 a month for life, or 597 597 a year. That's only through Toby's link. I'm going to share that in a minute, right? So this is going up to 250. Why is it going up to 250? We add a lot of value. Number one, there is every single one of my funding plays, all the different places I've gone to get funding. And again, like the actual data points, the real data points, like Elon Financial, the income he put in, the savings, the investment, right? Lightstream, like the actual, when the banker calls you, we actually go through the call script of what you say to the banker, right? So that's just an example of that. So there's a bunch of courses, right? This comes with free credit repair. We do the credit repair for you. Monthly inquiry removal. And we have calls literally every single day. Every Monday, learn how to fly for free. Every Tuesday, hang out with Handsome Franco, learn how to get a virtual assistant in your business. Every Wednesday, a call for your business. It's a call with me and a special guest tomorrow. We're bringing in a very talented tax accountant to help you save thousands of dollars in your taxes. Every Thursday, we have a credit repair call. Every Friday, Page the Profit. So I'm running this right now like I said, like a $300 a month group. We're also having our first in-person event in Tampa, Florida. That's November 7th and 8th, which again, we will get there. So I know it's a lot of information. So tap it with me on Instagram, put a 4 in the chat. We're gonna give away 2 inner circles, right? We're gonna give away the first one right now. Then we're gonna open up for questions. Tap in with me on Instagram, put a 4 in the chat. Then we will spin the wheel of Inner Circle. And again, it's like literally I mean, it's really like a $5,000 value that we're giving away for free. So tap in.
Yeah, guys, just off the funding plays and data points, it's worth it. Like he's literally breaking down. This is what you put for income, which is one of the biggest questions I get all the time. What do you put for income? How do I fill out the application? Just the funding plays and data points is definitely worth it, 100%.
Yeah, but don't join it yet because we got it because Toby has the has a special discount code for you guys. So I'm just trying to think logistically how we're gonna go through this. So okay, everyone's following me on Instagram. We're gonna spin the wheel of fun. Then we'll go. Then we'll go. Okay, got it. Christine, if you want to share your screen and pull up that wheel, let's give away the first inner circle. Let's give away the first inner circle. Let's go.
Would love to, boss, sharing my screen now.
Okay.
Toby, if you can allow me to present.
Yep, you can go now.
You sound so sad,
Got
Christine.
it.
You're gonna make me cry myself tonight. That's okay.
So
No,
sorry,
Christine,
boss.
Christine, come on.
I'm not in my usual spot. I'm actually out of town today.
So guys, keep actually yeah, we'll spin the first one right now and then we'll keep it pushing. But let's do this one first. Follow me on Instagram, put a 4 in the chat. But any questions you guys can DM me. I would prefer DMs through school because I have so many people DM me on Instagram, but 4. Cool. Cool.
Let's go. Are
This
we ready
first
now,
one is for
boss?
Inner Circle. I'm gonna give you guys
Mm-hmm.
another 30 seconds. Follow me on Instagram, Bowery BOI. Put a 4 in the chat. You'll be registered to win here. 4. All right, spin it up, Christine, because we're gonna give away one more inner circle, and I want to make sure every single person goes through Toby.
Let's
Spit it
go.
out.
This is for either free inner circle or if you're already part of the inner circle, boss. Am I right? We're giving
Yeah, if
away.
you're already a member of the Inner Circle, which I see a lot of Inner Circle members here, we're going to send you $200. So spin it, Christine. Come on. Whoa, controversial spin. Manny R, congratulations. Let's go.
That's
Controversial.
our first winner.
Controversial. Okay, guys, the second way to get on the Inner Circle, okay? I'm going to put a link in the chat. It's very, very important you guys follow this link, okay? I will do it with you guys. I'll share my screen. Controversial Manny. Manny is controversial. If you're pissed, if you think Manny's controversial, we're going to spin it one more time. I put the link in the chat. You guys are going to have to follow with me here, okay? The link's in the chat, right? And that way we know that you guys went through Toby, so you guys get the white glove service, right? The white glove service because Toby's busy enough. He's got a young child. He's running like 7 different businesses. So we need to make sure you guys go through Toby. So this isn't going to charge you or anything like that. So all I need you guys to do is put your first name, last name, phone number, email, and I'm going to tell you which sort of ways to go. After you do that, you'll then be registered to win another membership to Inner Circle. Okay? And Christine, you can go off Toby's link, and so if someone doesn't fill out their name, they won't get access to the Inner Circle. So you're going to put in your first name, okay? Your last name. Make sure it's the correct phone number, right? Make sure it's the correct phone number. Make sure it's the correct email. And again, Christine, you can pull up Toby's link from Go High Level, and all the names that go through this link, they'll then be registered for the second spin of Inner Circle. So showing my options, I'm gonna run through with you guys. So if you guys have a 700 credit score, okay? If you have a 700 credit score, if you're like a level 2 or level 3 or above, you're going to want to book a call and speak with my funding team. It's free. They're going to assess your file, see what's going on, help you understand your business funding profile. This is if you want to get access to business funding. This also comes with free access to Inner Circle for life. So this is only if you have a 700 credit score or above. Book a call here, right? If you're like, you know what, I'm not quite ready to get funding, let me just learn about Evan, let me just, join the Inner Circle. Maybe if you're a level 1 or you're level 2, you need to fix your credit. Take me to the exclusive community. That is Inner Circle access, okay? So those are the big two things, right? Those are the big two things. There's a whole bunch of links we're going to get to in a second, but those are the big two things. Level 1, if you have a 700 credit score or above, you want to get access to business funding, book a funding call here. If you want to get access to our Inner Circle. And again, if you're already in our Inner Circle, guys, put in the chat, be like, yo, Inner Circle is awesome, Inner Circle's sick. Like, let these people know how real this stuff really is, right? If you have if you maybe you're interested in starting a business funding company or you need credit repair, click this link, right? Take me to the exclusive community, okay? And then if you're like, yo, I can't pay for Inner Circle. I don't have a single dollar to my name right now. I don't qualify for business funding. Worst case scenario. Oh, we don't even have a link there. We took it away. I would say join our free community. But again, make sure you put in your information first so we know you came from Toby, right? Put in your information first through that link. Christine, put that link in the chat so they know where to find it. And again, I will put the free community in there. That way we can at least stay connected, right? That way we can at least stay connected. We have a group onboarding. Again, there's no cap in my wrap. We have a free onboarding literally every single day. A group audit, sort of show you how to remove inquiries off your file. Look at, we have a group audit tomorrow. We have a group audit Thursday. We're gonna have a group audit Friday. So if you just want to stay in our free group, that's also fine, right? I would say obviously, we can only give so much information away in the free group. Like we don't give away any of our funding data. It's do it yourself credit repair. But the free community is there. Cool. Coffee, best of the best. Let's go. Zach Rapinski, it's dope. Most value out there in terms of price, quality, and people. DP top tier 2. Let's go. Linda, Inner Circle is amazing. Blanche, Evan is the best of the best. Oh my God, you guys are gonna make me cry. I have financial hope now. Let's go, Nicole. Russell Banky, take it to the banky, baby. Russell Banky, this is a personal story. He showed up to a group onboarding last week. We hired him this week. Let's go, Russell Banky. Come on, baby. Let's go. I mean, his last name is Banky. We had to hire him. I literally had no choice. Okay, Christine, if you want to take all those names that went through Toby's link and give away one more Inner Circle, Deborah says, "Where is the link? Let's send it to her again."
And if
Let's,
I could chime in real quick,
yeah, go ahead, bro.
again, I want to emphasize, look at, without saying names, look at all the groups out there. You know I don't, again, I don't want to put put names
I'll
out there.
put names out there. I don't
The
care.
goats, I'll just say that, right?
Yeah.
There's no better value that you're gonna get other than that. That's more valuable than Evan's group, because there's no group out there that's giving you the exact data points, right? He's
Right.
giving you the exact data points, so you can do it yourself, right? A lot of people don't do that because then they want you to come to them and pay them, all these insane fees. So he's giving you the exact data points where you can get the funding for yourself if you wanted to. So
Yeah, and here I'll just give you like another like fact. So we all know school kind of came out last year. Now this is what's happening. This is what's really fun that's happening right now because value, that cream always rises to the top, right? There's a bunch of people that had funding companies, credit communities. Guess what? Their enrollment is dropping like flies. People are leaving because they're not getting any value. Guess who's sneaking up that chart right now? Number 10 on school because we actually give away real information every single day. So number 10 on school right now, not because we're the most expensive or I'm the best marketer, it's because it's actually real data. We have an incredible team. We got Christine, Jeff, Franco, Simone, and about 30 others that you'll have access to every single day. And it's not like, oh, join school, I'll see you in church, I'll see you in a month. No, value starts tomorrow. We have a call at 5 o'clock where we're bringing on a tax consultant to show you how to structure your business to get the most value out of every dollar you get. So let me just drop that link one more time. Again, this first link, it's sort of, and again, I'll do it with you guys again. This first link sort of shows you guys where, there's a few different spots you can go. So again, follow my screen again if you needed a validation, A25 credit, let's go. A25. So again, I put that link in the chat. Go through Toby's link, put in your first name, right? Your last name, okay? Your phone number. And please make sure it's your phone number, your correct phone number. So many people are like, oh, you didn't call me. It's like, because you didn't put in the right phone number. Uh, Email, right? Put in your email, make sure it's spelled correctly. Show me my options. Okay. So if you have a 700 credit score above, let's say you're a level 3, 4, 5, or 6, you want to get access to the business fund, you want to get access to a line of credit, and only if you have a 700 credit score above, book a call here, right? You're going to speak to the lovely Simone or Aaron or Scott or Ramin or maybe even Russell Banky will be on the call. Book a call here. It's only if you have a 700 credit score above. If you're like, yo, I just want to access the inner circle, 97 or 597 a year. And again, like this is not a sales tactic, and I'll tell you exactly what's happening in this call or in this group. There's credit repair people and there's people like business people, right? Those are two different types of people. It's like right now we have an Equinox membership priced like Gold's Gym. So this price is going up because it's like a $300 a month group. And then we're going to launch another, group that will just be for the credit repair and then just for business and like business people. Right now, you're getting both in there. So if you book a call, you'll also get access to our inner circle for free for life. But if you're like, yo, let me just start with inner circle, boom, go there. And then if you're like, yo, I don't have a single dollar, I just want to stay connected to this crazy guy who I kind of am blending in with my wall. I'm just gonna put the link for our free community. That's there as well. So that's in the chat. All right, guys, that's it from a high level. Toby, I'm sure I forgot things. If I skipped anything, let me know.
no, you covered it all.
Cool.
Put a one in the chat if you got some value. I know I got some value. I learned some data points that I didn't know about Chase, Wells Fargo, and all those other banks, and I'm pretty good at that stuff. So look, we got some ones in the chat. Any questions you guys have for Evan before we head out? If you guys have any
I'm
questions,
happy to answer so many questions. I'll be here all night. No, just kidding. I got a family and kids I got to get to. No,
we
no
got a
kids.
lot. We got a lot of ones. Real quick, if anybody has questions, you can raise your hand, or
We got to spin the wheel, right? Everyone's like,
oh,
where's the wheel?
okay,
Christine,
yeah, go ahead.
you got to run off in the Filipino night and not spin the wheel. It's crazy. Come on, Christine. Let's see it.
It's morning here today, boss.
Okay,
It's
right.
morning
Morning.
now. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again. And this one is either money or inner circle for life. Let me see. Oh,
So again, only people that went through that first link.
Ooh, okay.
It should come straight from Go High Level. So anyone who went through Toby's link. And again, if you guys, I know a lot of these things, a lot of these credit questions, you might not want to ask in front of a group of, hundreds of people. My team will get in touch with you guys tomorrow and just figure out what your credit situation is, what you're looking to get done.
I also did just drop the affiliate sign up link in
Okay.
the chat for you guys to hit that. Should be working properly. Somebody got an error. It was Chris. I don't know why you got an error. I just tested it and everything looks to be good to go. But sign up there. I run my call tomorrow at noon. If you want to, again, if you're currently working an offer, want to extend some services to some people that you know, tap in with me tomorrow. I'll show you the back end, how all that operates, get you paid out.
Yeah, yeah. Um, cool. Christian goes already booked. Let's get funded. Let's go. And just like also like random stuff. Like, yeah, we're gonna teach you funding. We're gonna teach you how to get. And again, there's 190 million people running around the Philippines. They're not as talented or bright or handsome. Handsome. Emphasis on handsome as Franco, right? So he's gonna help you sort of get very, very smart, diligent people because Franco runs shit in the Philippines, So I'm convinced they're building a statue of him right now. So definitely tap in with Franco on our inner circle. But Christine, let's see that wheel. Share your screen. The people want it.
Just give me 1 second, boss. I want to make sure that we got the right names.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Boom, boom. And guys, any questions, just put them in the
Thanks.
chat. Happy to run through them after we spin this wheel of fun, wheel of truth.
Joy has her hand raised.
Joy. We will get there in one moment. I don't want a angry pillaging mob because we don't spin the school wheel. So Christine folding like a chair. Come on, let's go.
She's pulling everybody
Oh, just
from.
pull all the names. Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right. All
She's
right,
not an
Joy.
AI.
There's a
Yeah.
lot that fired at once. There's a lot that fired at.
But actually, to have the names, if I can share my screen.
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. I'll take over Christine. All right. So these are the actual names in the affiliate form that signed up.
Okay, and again, guys, if you want two entrances to Inner Circle, I'm gonna give you guys a chance one more time to double down. If you guys want to join our Inner Circle right now, I'll give you three entrances on the Wheel of Fun, on the Wheel of Fun. So I'm gonna put that link one more time. This very specific link in the chat. I just posted it like 5 times. If you guys join in the next, 2 minutes, actually for all the people that just joined, let's give them three entrances because they took action, right? They took action. So let's see. Let me add some names right now. There's like 20 people that just joined. We got we got put Marquise Burnett in there. Jose Martel. Ooh, Spanish speaking. Let's go. You're gonna love our team, bro. Paul Graves, throw him in there. And anyone else that joins the inner circle right now through the link I just provided, you'll get three entrances. Please talk about funding a trust that has an EIN. Okay, I will do that. Wasn't wasting no time. Marquise is tapped in, bro. Let's look at the profile. Oh, let's go. Let's go. And I'm telling you, bro, you're gonna see Inner Circle in like a week and a half. It's gonna be like $300, and you're like, thank God. And again, you're tapped in for $97 for life at that number. You're grandfathered in. We met in Las Vegas, brother. Can't wait to see you at the next event. Let's run it, bro. Let's run it. Guys, I'm gonna give you guys another 15 seconds to join. Again, if you join right now, you'll get another three entrances, and if you win, you get $200. So literally, you'll get 2 months of Inner Circle for free. All right, I think Frank, are you doing it or is that Christine?
Yeah, that's me, actually.
Okay. Put two fingers up if you're not AI. Okay, that's three. That's three.
Hey,
Oh,
Franco, can you make sure that Dana is on there?
yeah, can you add
Dana Jacobs, right?
Yes.
Neveron Edwards, please? Add her for four. Add her for four.
I'm like taking your orders, guys.
And add a Mara Caballero. I think that means horse in Spanish. Caballero.
and
Can,
Navorn Edwards.
Yeah,
can
we
you
give her four.
can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
Edward.
Yes, Will Sullivan, we can hear
Hey,
you.
I'm sorry. I just signed on, got here late.
Oh, let's go, Will.
What's going on with this? Let's get funded
Yeah,
links.
it's actually an illegal gambling ring. No,
I-
okay, Chris Eller just signed up. Give him four. He's a licensed real estate agent. He's a home builder too. I know he needs money. Money,
I-
real estate, money is everywhere but your pocket. So, Will, to answer your question, we're about to spin the wheel of Inner Circle. Anyone who joins our Inner Circle right now, we're giving them a few extra entrances. So, if you want to join our Inner Circle, I know you just sort of tapped in, but I promise it's extremely valuable. So I'll put that link.
you said it was $97 for life or 300 or something?
It's 97 a month or 597 for a year, and that price is going up to $300 a month, but you're grandfathered in at the $97. I'm telling you, I know you just tapped in and you missed all the other people like raving about us, but it's extremely valuable. It's way underpriced right now. And there's a lot in there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump in for 1 month, $97, and
Yeah, jump in. Sure. Give Will
we'll
five
go
because
from
he just
there.
jumped in. He's kind of doing a blind faith. So, Will, I'll wait for you to join, and then we're going to spin the wheel of truth and I'm going to answer some
Okay.
questions because I got to answer Joy. She's been so patient.
All right. Let's see here.
Already a member. So, Coffee, you're already in there, bro. If we roll on your name, you'll win $200. You'll win $200. I swear I'm going to get audited this year from all these Venmos. I'm making it rain. Help me, Fat Joe.
Hold on. Let's get back to that link.
Tap
What's
in,
it?
Will. All right, I sent the link. Make
Something
sure.
happened. Hold on. I was doing it and
Joy, we'll take a question for you while we wait for Will, because technology can sense fear. What's up, Joy?
Chris Eller, 3 entries. Oh, he's in there.
He's already in there. I give him four because
Yeah,
he's
we
a real
have Joe. We also
Oh,
have Franny.
Joe and Franny. Okay, cool. Working every day to be better. Oh my God, I can't wait to get you guys results and get you funding, whatever you want. It's gonna be great. Guys, I'll give you. We're waiting for Will Sullivan, but Joy, what's your question?
Hi, so I was just going to ask. I applied for business credit card with the Elon
Okay.
Financial Bank, backed bank, and I only got a $3,000 limit. But
Yeah.
I follow a lot of other people, and they're getting like triple, quadruple that. I'm like, oh, okay. But my credit's
yeah.
pretty good. But I don't know, it's my application
Now,
or
Joy, I got you. Let me just hit you with some immediate knowledge. Again, I don't know how to sell the sizzle. I only know how to speak facts. Let me
sure.
let me sort of show you my sort of run here. So I've gotten about $80,000 with Elon Financial. Elon Financial is great because you can see it right there. You don't have to form a bank account and it's 0% for 18 months.
Yeah.
So how do you get that, right? And again, that's all in. I see all the times I join these other school groups. Literally, one of two things happen. I join all these school groups and I go to the classroom. There's nothing there,
There's
or
nothing there. Yeah.
yeah, or I go and it's a copy of mine, and I'm like, okay, great. So that's really why I'm like, I got to increase my prices. But if you go right here, there's a complete walkthrough. There's three different phases of Elon Financial. There's Young Evan right there, Young Evan, which means it's usually a good video. There's three levels of Elon Financial. Level one is when you just get a link offline, right? Very low barrier to entry. Level two is when you get a locational link, meaning that you get a link from a relationship manager. And level three, that's like if you book a call and we're funding you directly. Level three, we have an RM that not only has a locational link, right? But she will then call in and verify your application and get your approval as high as humanly possible.
Okay.
But again, that's all broken out in the inner circle.
Sure.
But again, we push the application for you. And again, let me get you some receipts right now. Let me go over to my approvals chat while we wait for. Look at that. Boom. Okay, so
Give
today,
my four.
20,
Give,
20,
give my
20.
give my four.
Give Will his four.
Bill's 4, Joe Tanganan, and Franny.
Yeah. And
It's a great
Joy, if you can see my screen, $20,000 approval from Elon today,
Yeah.
20,000 light stream, 35, 23, 14, 14. And again, like to be real, the toothpaste is kind of out of the tube. When did you apply for Elon?
About 3 weeks ago.
Okay. So it is a little bit of a scenario where it's like, hey, we're gonna go in like a month later with a completely different story. We can try it, but again, just to tamper your expectations, It's like if you go to borrow money from somebody and then 3 weeks later you have a completely different story, it sometimes isn't received the best because Elon keeps, data of all that stuff. But we're gonna give away some money real quick, Joy, and then we'll go back to more questions.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that everybody is in that tapped in. Um, okay, Alex is in, Deborah's in, Marquise. Did you add all that? Did you give them all four or three, whatever we were doing, Franco?
Yes, sir. That's
Taking
actually
over, boss.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, Christine, let's see it. That last spin was controversial, Christine. So like make sure your Wi-Fi is
So
like on
sorry.
and powered on. That was a little sketchy. So
It's still rolling slow, but it's just what it
I
is.
don't know. I
Now,
kind of
Hey,
that's
all the
how we
same.
got Curtis Blair, man. I'm saying.
You've got to oil the hinge on
yeah,
the.
oil the hinge, Christine. That was controversial. Shuffle them.
Okay, but are you seeing my screen now?
I am not.
Is
Oh
it
wait,
rolling?
yeah, we're good.
Okay, I'm gonna click it now.
Hang on, hang on.
Okay.
You owe me
How do
one
we
more.
feel? How
You
do
owe
we
me one
feel?
more.
Let me just make sure that Mark
Oh,
signed up.
Marcus Burdell,
Marcus
I'm
Purdell.
gonna add one
Get
more. Yeah.
Purdell in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deborah
Marquez is
Markham,
already there.
Oh, another one.
Deborah Markham, Alexander Salcido.
Deborah
Yeah.
Markham's in there. Okay, Alexander. And again, guys, you're gonna get so much more value than this. I know it's like it's right in front of you right now, so this is what we're focused on, but I think we got everybody in here. All right.
Make sure you're booking your onboarding calls. You get profit.
Dude, I'm not
Yeah.
confident in this wheel. Shuffle them. Please
Wheel,
shuffle
yeah.
them,
Hit the
Christine.
shuffle at the top.
Shuffle now, boss.
Shuffle one more time. I'm an election denier. No, just kidding. All right, spin it. Spin it.
Let's go.
Answer some questions. Looks a little controversial.
Is it spinning?
It is.
It's like pixelated.
Christian Vasquez.
Hey,
Let's
yo,
Let's
that's
go.
Let's go. Let's go.
what's up.
Go.
Let's
Dude,
go.
you have controversial Christine helping out controversial Christian. That was
Controversial? That's crazy.
controversial. You're both controversial. All right. Make sure they get added to Inner Circle. Franny J, what's your question? Welcome to 95.5. I feel like a disc jockey right now. Let's hear it.
Thank you, man.
What's up, bro?
Appreciate all the information.
Got you.
Bro, when you say the LLC don't have to get like business address or virtual address, I mean, you could find the same amount with the home address for an LLC and no like email, corporate email and web page and all that stuff
I
that the
get what
people
you're
say.
saying, bro. I'm just saying that is what I did. I have gotten $1.2 million of funding. I never had a corporate office. I never set up a 1-800 number. This isn't 2003. People work from home. I think the banks see that. And I would rather be more verifiable where they look at my LLC, they say, oh, this LLC matches his address. That's clearly Evan. He's not identity theft. So to answer your question, yes. You don't have to set up all that stuff. And
Okay.
people will charge you thousands of dollars. Like, oh yeah, you need that. This is important. But it's like, I didn't need that. Our clients don't need that.
And the DUMS number and all that stuff, you have to do it. Yeah, that is
Okay, Guns number is a little bit different again because you get into the verification. If they can, the more data points on you, man, where they can see, okay, this guy's a DUNS number, this guy is a NAV number, this guy has a Sunbiz LLC, they're more likely to approve you. The banks just want to make sure they're not giving money to a fake person.
okay. And only my last question.
Yeah,
I always hear about the BRMs. So
yeah, that's
basically,
huge.
you are building your BRMs. So we are building by the BRMs by ourselves, or in the community, you could say, okay, this is my BRM. You could use it, or how that works.
Sure, great. And these are great questions, man. So if you're working with us one-on-one, you get access to our relationship managers. You're using our RMs, right? If you're in our inner circle, we show you how to find them. We show you how to find the relationship managers, right? What conversations to have with them, what phone numbers to call. Again, receipts. Let me just jump over the inner circle, right? Receipts. funding mastery, boom, like all the phone numbers. Like these are all like the back end phone numbers that like aren't like it isn't a number where you're going to be on wait for 45 minutes. These are direct lines to these banks, right? Conversations with the RM, like the exact script that I have used to speak to relationship managers. The longer you can stay on the phone with the RM, the more likely they are to do business with you. Again, I've tried to give away RMs for free, but again, like my RMs are like, yo, I don't like dealing with this person. They're sending me bad files. They're doing nefarious stuff. So
Understood.
we do protect our RMs, but we show you how to get them as well.
Okay, 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 okay.
But again, if we're funding you directly, you can use our RMs, no problem.
Like for my funding.
Yeah,
Okay,
100%.
okay, 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 okay.
Yeah, where are
For
you from,
pri-
by the way?
I'm from Venezuela, but I live in New Jersey.
Okay, let's go. I live in New York, so not too far.
Okay, okay. When you have something present, just put in the inner circle.
Got you, bro. Got you,
Thank you
man.
so much.
I'll see you there. Zach or Christian, go for it.
I was just gonna say, man, I appreciate all the content, and I was at the events in Vegas with you, and
Bro, I know. We
the
partied
exact
together until 2
school,
a.m., you crazy guy.
the exact school like you created.
Yeah.
I was definitely like brainstorming, like, man, I need to create this, and I'm glad that I can be added to it. And also, I worked for Chase and I worked for U.S. Bank, so
Yeah.
I have some of those data points. Or you probably already have them. I'll look through it. But
No,
if you
hey,
want me
dude, if you're on
to,
the inside,
dude, if you
that's
want me
great.
to, I can definitely add into the group because I definitely want to contribute, especially now since I won, a
Yeah.
lifetime.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. No, and that's what Inner Circle is about. It's not just me. Like we had a guy, Zach knows, like Zach's in there all the time contributing. Zach Rapinski, he's a wealth of information. This guy, Robert Palmer, or Robert, yeah, Robert Palmer. He's a Canadian, doesn't even have a social. He got $150,000 of funding
Good.
through ITIN. So there's a lot of just contributors in there that aren't me. And like someone will ask a
Yeah.
question, I might not answer it. Someone else will answer it. So like that's
And,
really the value of
yeah.
it.
And you know what too is like I have a lot of clients that when it comes to credit repair, like selling them that will be an easy slam dunk too.
Oh
So
yeah.
because I know a lot of clients that they want to like the repair and stuff like that, but also a lot of them too would like to just do it themselves. Not a lot of
Yeah.
them, but you know what I mean. But
Yeah.
it just putting it all in one place, like, hey, if you just want to do it yourself, like here's this thing, join it.
And that's free, man. I give it away for free. It's like, yo,
That's crazy.
I've been in a spot where
Yeah.
I don't have any money. And it's like maybe you have a bunch of time right now. We've
Right.
actually worked with like more than 10 people that are incarcerated. And they're like, yeah, I got nothing but time. I'm like,
Exactly.
use our free software and they
Yeah.
like, fix their credit while they're in prison, and come out like good to go. So it's pretty crazy.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no sweat. And see you in the inner circle, man. Let's go. What do you mean? Oh, Evan, I was at the event. Yeah, I was. We took a photo together.
Dude, I know, but I was prefacing for everybody else, so
Okay,
yeah.
okay. All right, got it. That probably sounds controversial now that you made it in, but Christina knows. Zach, with the question.
Hey, Evan. Hey, team. I've been with you guys for about a month now, I think, just over a
go.
month. And actually, I joined because of one of these meetings that you guys are throwing right now. I mean, I got so excited about what you guys offer. And I have to say, like, testimonial, immediately started seeing results, immediately started to educate myself. And I've been working on, building that back up, fixing my credit reports, and making that look stronger. And so my question kind of follows in the line of the last time I spoke with one of the reps, because I not only signed up for the inner circle, but I also
Yeah,
signed up for, I think, additional to like have you guys help me get the funding.
right.
Um, and so my next meeting, I think, is mid-September. I'm
Okay.
supposed to have with one of the reps. And I know that's, time wise and stuff like that. But I'm really looking like I need to get some funding pretty immediately, but I'm not sure about how to go about doing that. I don't want to mess with the program because I believe in it. I think
I
what you
got
guys have
you.
lined up is amazing, but I need to start figuring out some funding because I'm just kind of drowning.
No, I got you, Zach. And I would say, and what is your last name so I can look you up quick?
Gardner,
Gardner.
Gardner.
So, and just the context clues on what you're saying. Look, you could technically jump on a funding call tomorrow. What that probably is that they're waiting for your card to report. They're waiting for the utilization to report on your card. So it's like we're kind of like, a sitting duck until that reports. I would assume that's what it is. Because it's like, look, I don't want anyone to think, oh, you want to have a meeting with us? Guess what? It's a month away. No, we're probably waiting for something to happen on your credit, like your utilization reporting. I've definitely seen this
Right.
on the
I've
names.
tracked it every
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
and a lot of those numbers have changed already. Like
Okay, sick.
immediately through your guys' program,
Yeah,
through your advice,
yeah.
my utilization is way down. My score's going up, which is great.
My
I'm not quite at
man,
the,
love it.
at the the great spot yet, but it's working that way there. I'm so thrilled. I
Yeah,
couldn't be happier with this program.
sick, man. Love
But
to hear.
like I said, I'm like rocking a hard place trying to figure out this funding because right now my business isn't bringing in what it just baseline should be bringing in, and I need to get funding to like get that marketing in place to start
Yeah,
and fix my website, so I can start generating like online sales.
yeah.
And so that's what I'm trying to figure out is I don't want to miss steps. I don't want to skip steps. And I do want to work with you guys through this program because it's great. So basically, I'm just looking for advice on how should I do I contact you guys to set up like an earlier appointment than my
Yeah,
mid-September appointment?
why don't
I don't
you
want to tick you
Yeah,
guys
I
off
got
or
you, bro.
anything.
I'm gonna send you a link privately right now directly to you. I'm gonna set you up with Marcy, and Marcy, because Marcy will be able to pull up your file. He's available tomorrow.
I
Tap in with him, talk to him, and see what's going on. Like like if there's anything else you can do to move your file forward.
Yeah, and it's really, Zach, I just checked your file real time. The utilization getting brought down is a huge, huge win. That'll steadily increase the scores, but there are some things still present on that file that we don't want to proceed with funding yet. That's all on our team. So it's nothing that you need to be proactively doing. If you want some more check-ins, some more touch bases with the team, we can schedule those, but we're still working on taking some things off, some negative accounts on the file, and then you'll be ready to rock. We'll keep you updated. Believe me, we're incentivized to push that file for funding. So tap in with Marcy. Marcy will give you greater in depth analysis of what I just did. I just know that there's other people present on the call. I don't want to just blast you, but that's what's
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
yeah, yeah. I got you.
Check your file real
I
time.
By
appreciate
the
you
way,
guys.
I love your password for my free score.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
You
I
don't
do
have to
that
tell
because if
us.
someone figures it out, they get kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah, that was insane. That was insane. Guys, what other questions do you have? Dalevin, what's up, Dalevin? Dalevin, go for it. Or Joy, go for it.
You, you gotta unmute yourself, Delvin.
Hello, can you hear me?
Got you, brother. Loud and
Yeah,
clear.
yes, sir. How you gentlemen doing?
I'm great. I need your voice, man. This is like awesome. This is sick.
Okay. My question was, can you expound on lending, funding a trust that has an EIN? Do you guys do that?
Yeah, it would be the
I'm
same.
actually. Go ahead.
It'd be the same as an LLC. You have an EIN associated with you. Are you the only member of the trust, or?
Yes, I'm the only trustee.
Yeah, it'd be the same thing as an LLC.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm in the inner circle, so I'm looking forward
Cool.
to moving forward with that after I clear up a couple of my personal.
And again, like Inner Circle, and just so everyone's clearly Inner Circle, there's definitely like you can reach us. Obviously, we have calls every day. They're more of like a group setting. I'd say average size now is like 15 to 20 on every call. And again, I don't know what your file looks like. How do you pronounce your name, by the way? Dalevin?
That's you did perfect,
Delvin,
Delvin.
okay.
Yeah.
If you like want to work with us one-on-one, definitely book a call. We drop that link again. Like I know you're in the inner circle, but also if you want to ask more specific questions or you're like, yo, I want to get funding, I want someone to help me with it, book a call. We'll tap you in and we'll get started. But again, I don't know what your credit score looks like currently.
Yeah, because
Right.
you'll get a text prompt and as well in school a prompt to schedule that onboarding call. Schedule that so we can at least get the credit expert team on your file, one-on-one audit, roll exactly through what needs to be done prior to funding. If you're ready to go for funding, if you want to DIY it, if you want us to work alongside with you, we can handle all it. Just book that one-on-one onboarding call so that you can get that real good one-on-one audit and everybody's in the same, form of understanding of where you need to go next. Glad to have you in the circle, man.
Yeah,
All
let's
right, will do. Thank you, gentlemen.
And Daleman, last question, man. What are your goals? What's the end? What's the end thing? What's the end in sight?
Well, I did the onboarding yesterday, but I have a couple things that need to be cleared up on my
Okay,
personal.
cool.
But I'm looking forward to the done for you done
Yeah,
for you service
we got you, man.
because
So fixing your credit, and then what are you looking to do? Like start a business or just buy a
I,
house or?
I have two businesses. I got a box truck company and I have a small I have some rentals, but I want to
Nice.
change those. I want to switch over to sober livings. I want to
Dude, I've heard
change my
great
my
things about
rentals.
sober living. I've heard real good
Right.
things about sober living. Cool. Sounds like a sound business plan. Julia, you have a question. What's up?
Um, are you calling me, Julie?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think you said Julia. I threw me off a
My
little
bad,
bit.
Julia. My bad. Sorry, I dropped out of community college, so the read
Okay.
well.
Oh, I have a quick question. I'm trying to get business credit, but I my on my personal side, my utilization is very high.
Yep.
My payment history is excellent though, but my utilization is it's what's throwing me off and I guess preventing me from being great right now.
No problem. How much
But
funding, how much debt is it on the personal side, if you don't mind?
I don't mind. Like in credit cards,
Yeah.
credit cards alone, maybe
Okay.
48,000.
That's fine. That happens. I mean, again, what I was sort of saying earlier is there's definitely ways to move around the money to hide the utilization. Um, do you know what percentage your utilization is at?
It's at least 90.
90. Okay. I've been
I mean,
there.
I have to laugh because it's
No, it's all
ridiculous, but
good. It's all
yeah.
good. I've been there. I'm just trying to think. And have you gotten personal loans before? So again, guys, like sort of teaching moment here is if we can get that utilization down to like 50%, that's where we bring in a personal loan. We use the personal loan, we pay down the credit cards. You're because again, there's no such thing as utilization on a personal loan. So we use the personal loan, we pay down the rest of the credit cards. The personal loan is on a 5-year term. Credit cards are on a 1-year term, so it's tough to get out from them because the payment is so high. But if we can somehow get you down to a 50% utilization, that's when we get the personal loan. Then we pay off the rest of the cards. Then we get you the business funding. We use the business funding to pay off. We pay off the utilization. So I'd say, Julia, I'd say for you, join Inner Circle. Let's see what's going on. Let's get an audit of your file. Let's come up with a game plan. There's definitely ways that money can be moved around, like and to get your utilization lower. Then you'll have a small window to get business funding. We get business funding. We use that funding to pay off the personal side.
Okay. So the plan is for me to get the utilization down, but I would need the funding to get the utilization down. So
Well, I mean,
I
let
know.
me ask you, do you have any cards that have available, or is every single card maxed?
Um, pretty much when the interest rates went up, that's when I got kind of screwed. Because I was fine before then.
No,
So
it's all good. Hey, it
Mhm.
happens. We're at an all-time high in debt. I'm just trying to come up with solutions here. But is every card maxed, or some of the cards you have availability, or?
Some of them I do. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. So this is what I'm talking about. So cards it only hurts you after like 30, 40%. So if you're able to use some of the funding, and again, you have a small window here, if you're able to use some of the funding off of the cards with no utilization and use that to pay down some of the other cards with 95% utilization, for example, if we're able to
Mhm.
get that utilization down and maybe the utilization on some of your other cards will go up, well, guess what? Your score will be a lot higher and it gives us a much higher chance to get you a personal loan.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no sweat. And again, I've been in your shoes if it was a store, like I was just at that store. So I get it. You definitely have to be smart and strategic, but there is a way to shift the money around from your cards with unused balances. Use that money, liquidate the money, pay down those cards, have your score up, get a personal loan, get business funding. I've seen it happen 100 times.
I um I actually found someone on I think it was on TikTok,
Okay.
and I kind of signed up and they actually never called me when my time for my call that I was supposed to have. So they never followed up with me. But I guess I want to know, how are you different from other places? Because everybody advertises, and some
Um,
are obviously better than others.
because we will call you back. I mean, I'd say that, but I mean, I don't know. There's plenty of people on here that are like in our inner circle. They're like, yeah, this is actually great. It actually works. I've been on these webinars before where it's like there's people that are like with pitchforks, like, yo, I haven't gotten any results. This sucks. So I don't know. I can't make anybody do anything. And I also can't guarantee success. I would say we would give you the highest likelihood of success with the least amount of risk, given it's $97.
A big thing too is we are a very built out team. We're not like three guys running a campaign, juggling all of these different things, just trying to push more people into the system. Like there's 40 people that work with us. There's heads of each department, of which all of who are assigned to certain cases, so things get pushed through efficiently. You ever need to get somebody on a call, right? Like Zach, for example. Everybody has access into files. They can give you an update, touch base with you, get you back on the calendar. You get bi-weekly updates from Gene. You get monthly updates on Gene, where your disputes are, what's being filed, what's going on, just keeping you right, because we're incentivized to push your file for funding. Yes, a 97 is great, sure, but we want to turn you into a funding client. That's what truly makes us different, and we're incentivized to do so. So it's in both of our best interests, one, to deliver those results to you in an efficient manner, two, get you to that funding side of things to where that's our bread and butter. That's where we really benefit, and you benefit as the client if that's your ultimate goal. Maybe the goal is just optimal rates on a house, on a car, whatever it is. You still benefit from that team still working behind you, where we can coverage, right? We had 15 people sign up tonight. The onboarding call, everything's going to run as usual, right? We're not just like scrambling. Things are going to run smoothly. We have the team and the infrastructure to handle all of it and get people through efficiently. So that's a big difference too. I think it's a
And I would
company.
also say, like, Toby being an industry leader, he could have picked any single person to work with, but like
Yep.
he needed a financial architect to actually work with. It was not just like, oh, let's run Chase Bank. It's like, no, like let's actually look at the problem here and come up with a solution that comes with years of actually doing this ourselves. Not, I'll put it to you like this. Um, a lot of people that have funding companies, they had a big presence and then they started a funding company, right? Well, guess what? When you have millions of followers, it's easy. You don't have to have any systems. We did it opposite. I posted something in the inner circle the other day. When I started this funding company, I had 2,000 followers, right? Added a bunch of value, created this incredible community, and then sort of reverse engineered it, right? People found me through my value, and now I'm starting to get some clout, I guess. But yeah. And again, there's zillions of testimonials in here, but yeah. Um, yeah. Uh, and last, what else do you have to lose? Your cards are at 25% interest. We have to get those paid down. There's 0% waiting on the other side. So yeah. Guys, oh, sorry, go
That's
ahead.
fair. No, I was saying that's fair. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, what's up, April Peterson? I always see you giving us shout outs on the Inner Circle and Free Group. I appreciate you. Who else is here in Inner Circle? What's up, Toby? How you doing, man?
I'm just taking it all in. We got three more questions, then we'll kind of
Okay.
wrap this up. I don't want to take too much of Evan's time. But we got three. I think we got Joy, Franny, and Nay. I'm sorry.
And Freddie, I'm gonna drop the credit monitoring. I suggest I would go with My Free Score Now. I'm gonna send you the cheapest link we have. Why do I like My Free Score Now? You can actually refresh it once a month for free. They're not gonna charge it for you. It comes with $1 million of identity theft insurance, which is great. And also like I'll just show you on the back end. If you guys join this one, it will actually make my life easier. I can actually give you an audit of your file because I can just go right here. Let's say I need to check Scott Stone's file. Boom, I'm in the file. And when we have access to your file, it makes the chances of you getting results that much higher. If we have the two-step verification and then we call you, you don't pick up, or the password's spelled wrong, you want us to have access to your report. But what other questions do you guys have?
Oh, I wanted to conclude the question I was asking regarding Eline Financial.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the second part of the question?
Oh, okay. So after further thought, I know that there's an exposure I think there's a max exposure that they would even lend. I was just kind of curious if I was to, I have another business that I'm opening very soon. And I'm thinking if I should not approach them again, if I, because I signed up for your program, should I just kind of go through the information there and probably approach them with the other business that I'm going to be opening pretty soon to and come
Well,
better prepared?
I mean, how much? I mean, it's really a personal thing. I mean, how much funding do you need, right?
I need roughly about 60K across the board.
Okay.
However I can get it.
And how have you gone anywhere else yet or no?
I'm planning on going to True. I've started fostering relationships with Truist, PNC, Bank of America.
What's your zip code?
28227.
28227. I would say, look, Joe, there's other places you can go that aren't Elon Financial that you can get $60,000. I mean, I see in your area, you got a First Citizens. We literally, like, we met someone today. They're like, yeah, I'm friends with the daughter of the CEO of First Citizens. I'm like, oh, you're coming with me now. So I would say there's other places.
Okay.
That's what I'm again, receipts. This is from today. Potentially got I guess a First Citizens RM. He said he's like pretty close with the CEO's daughter, so he could pull some strings to try to get something with a larger geo region. So I would say you have more options than Elon. I mean, I'm trying to get your location. Yeah, there's First Citizens, Bank of America. I would say book a call with us. You know, go through Toby's link, fill in your information. Maybe you've already joined the inner circle, but book a call with our team. It sounds like you're pretty serious about getting that $60,000. We'll work with you directly to make sure you get the 60,000.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're always going to get the highest amounts with a business relationship manager, just a
Right.
FYI. You're never going to get a higher amount on your own. A business relationship manager, like Evan mentioned, is incentivized to get higher limits for the client.
Got it.
Right.
All right, we got one more question, and we'll kind of wrap it up.
Toby, yeah, I'll go all night, dude. No, I'm just kidding. What other questions you guys have? One last question. Jeff's putting the link in there. Jeff, guys, definitely tap in with the inner circle. And again, if you just want to join, also Jeff, put the free link in there. That way we can stay in touch with all these people. We have a free onboarding every day. If you want to get a one bureau inquiry removal, we do that for you for free audit. Again, just that's a money losing venture for me, but it's a way to add value to your guys' life. What other questions? Oh, Nini, what's up, Nini?
Yeah, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong.
So I have a basic question. My credit is screwed up, but I was in the process of fixing it myself. I came from a 400 to a 550 by myself.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
look, just by going on Instagram
Yeah.
and
Don't learn too much. Don't learn too much there.
So my question is, does student loans hurt your the funding process?
No, they're actually. Have you missed any payments or no?
I haven't missed any payments, but I don't pay them. I just stay on deferment.
That is actually good, believe it or not, Nini, is
Okay.
because again, you're verifiable. They can look online, like, okay, Nini she went to college at some point, right?
Okay.
So, and it doesn't really hurt your debt. It's a factor for your debt to income, but it doesn't hurt you. Utilization is not a factor with that, so that's actually good. That's actually a
Okay.
good thing.
Well, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, cool.
And
Great question.
yeah.
Guys, any other questions? Also tap in with me on Instagram, Bowery Boy. Jeff, if you want to talk one more time about our affiliate offer, because we do have a affiliate onboarding tomorrow for all you guys. If you want to talk a bit about affiliates, and then we'll get out of here.
Yes, of course. I would love to. So ultimately, guys, I want to show you just if you're interested, I want to show you some of the back end system that we've built for this affiliate. If you look at the bottom of my screen, this is the number of partners that we're working with currently. And again, there's a variety of, I would say, these partners and what they do and why they partner with us, but they're all sending referrals over to us. Some of them are clients that have had a lot of success with us. They want to extend our services over to their network. Some people that currently, maybe they are, right? Like Marquise earlier, like he has a credit offer. He wants an extension of his services, right? He just wants the funding fulfillment side of it. Maybe there's other individuals within your network that have been burned by other company or whatever it is, and you start to get success and you want to bring on those people. Hey, look, silence all the noise in the space. Just come to these guys, get them done. We will pay you a percentage on every single referral that you build out. So if you click that affiliate sign up link, I just dropped it in the chat again. Tap in with me on my call tomorrow. I'm going to do a greater in-depth review of how all this works. But my assistant, Angela, will send you a contract stating we're going to pay you out on everybody that you refer, your W-9 that we need signed so we can automatically disperse your payments. You'll get your affiliate link and you'll also get a link to your tracker. So individuals' trackers look like this, right? So as soon as somebody fills out your form via your tracker with your link, their name gets dropped here. Whether they proceed with one of the programs, that amount gets dropped here. As their file, right, as they move throughout funding, and this is again just kind of more just natural testimonials of approvals, and here's 100K, here's 166K. I mean, one Tiffany Snow could earn you $3,500, right? Like we've funded this uh, referral clients, we funded this partner's referral clients over $1.3 million in total. But again, one Tiffany Snow, that's a $3,500 payout to you. We keep you updated on transparency into where all your where your referrals currently are. So let's say it's your brother, your boyfriend, your ex-boyfriend, your neighbor, whatever, and like they're asking you, they're hounding you for updates. Hey, where's this person at? Hey, where are they at with my file? What's going on? Of course, we manage a lot of that communication, but if you're close and you're the one that referred, we give you all the background information on where their file is. So it just gives you transparency and kind of just again that just solidifies the complete process so that you're aware of what's going on. You're more confident in sending more referrals over because you know where everybody is in the process, how much they've been funded, and what most importantly, probably your payout amount is. So you get a link to your tracker, you'll get a link to your link. And if you do have a business or you want to brand around it, we do have custom, referral links. So for example, Toby had one. This is an example of one where, again, this is our form. This is the form that leads to your tracker. If you have some branding or you have a site or you have an Instagram or you want to start something around it, you want to start running ads to it, brand it. We'll build a custom link for you. I'll show you how to run ad campaigns. I'll show you how to build all those things out. Again, we have a call every Friday in Inner Circle to where you can learn how to monetize attention on Instagram, start running these ads, have traffic. This is really as much as you want to make of it, you can make of it. We've got we have referral partners who do have built out companies, but we also have guys that print out a QR code and litter it around New York City and he's making like $500 a month. So it's really just as connected as you want to be and as hard as you want to work. But ultimately, it does start with the confidence in the product. A ton of you guys signed up via Inner Circle. A ton of you guys booked funding calls. You can only truly have conviction in something once you've seen it for yourself. So tap into our processes, see the stuff, start sending referrals over. It'll start to pay for, your cost of services and more. Being again, that
Yeah.
extension of a team will fulfill.
Yeah, so even like if you can't, your credit stinks right now, which again, fixable problem, or you don't have money, you don't have the $97. I have been there. Make money with us by sending us deals. Again, we want to give as much as we can in terms of value. We have, again, that guy who was just showing us makes about $12,000 a month. Literally, he just hired a VA who's just hammering Facebook groups.
Yep.
Hey, you're interested in business funding? Trained his VA on our program about how business funding works. Again, you don't want to be the guy like, hey, I just got my real estate license. Let me sell your house. No, you need to be educated, know what you're talking about, and then all you have to do is put in their information on your link, and your job is done. And you get 20% of every dollar we receive.
Yep.
But Toby, I'm gonna let you finish it out, man. We just put Jeff, if you want to put the affiliate links there. He has a call tomorrow, what at
Tomorrow
1?
at noon. Tomorrow at noon.
And then all the links for Inner Circle or to book a call. Just drop that one more time. Jolene, what's good? We were just together in Vegas. She's a savage. But Toby, if you want to bring us home, man.
Yeah, well, first of all, appreciate Evan and his team for hopping on this call. Drop
Yeah.
some gems, a lot of information. Hopefully people got some value. I see you, Paul. So I'm gonna post a replay in my community where all the links, if you guys want to get into the Inner Circle, if you guys want to do the funding, I'll have all those links in my community. Thank you guys again for hopping on this call, and I hope everybody got some value with this call.
Yeah, 100%. And Toby, again, man to man, appreciate you introducing us to your community. I don't take it lightly. You know, I could have just showed up. I'm like, yo, we're bringing our top guys. You know, everyone jump on. I want everyone to know we're gonna take care of you. And like I said, it's not just one or two guys. Does credit repair happen overnight? No, it does not. You did
Right.
the crime. We're just trying to bail you out, right? But we're gonna get as many deletions as fast as humanly possible. And same with the funding, guys. So we're here. We're always reachable. You know, Instagram, email, school, whatever. And again, really, really appreciate your guys' time and being here.
All right. Appreciate it. I'm signing off.
Cool. Let's go. All right. See
All
you in church, baby.
right.
Peace. All right. Bye bye.